That's just what the first one was.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Sweet. Well, fellas, we're back.
Yeah, after a holiday break.
Yeah.
And then some.
And boy, did we already miss stuff. We missed a lot. I mean, just a few days into the first month of the year.
Is off to a spicy start already.
So this Vegas man diving over the courtroom, what do they even call that? Like where the court lady sits?
The bench?
Yeah.
Approach the bench?
Yeah. She just, exactly, the bench. That's it. Yeah, approach the bench. Dude, he clears that, no problem. It's so crazy.
I don't think they should have put a trampoline in front of it. It's not right.
Dude, if they didn't, bro, I'm just saying, like, maybe we let him off and give him a contract. I mean, I think he could be starting NFL, like, next season.
Yeah, that was a pro tackle.
He could be at least a number 2 draft pick, like today, dude. I mean,
but what's funny is he's talking about how he's learned his lesson. He's trying to turn his life around. No more crime.
Yeah, and honestly, like if I didn't already know that he like cleared the whole bench, I'd have been like, yeah, this guy, that sounds pretty genuine. It was pretty good. Maybe he could be an actor.
If I remember, didn't he say, like, if you feel you need to, sentence me, then, you do what you have to do? Like, he looked like he was about to accept whatever judgment came down.
Yeah. But the reality was he was not, and it was all a lie, which might make him a better actor than a football player. I don't know. Dude, that's a good leap. I mean, he's going clear over the whole starting line.
I mean, yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah, I don't even think he touched the bench.
Imagine the bench is just, like, the starting line.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
Someone.
Like, dude, a whole... Oh. Well, it's too bad. But, yeah, apparently he spit on her. That's that other video up there. Like, he, like, spit. They had to, like, put, like, a spit mask on him. That's pretty rough. And I think he got, like... She hit him with the book after this.
Yeah. They put him... they gave him back to her? Like,
yeah.
As a
yeah. Yeah, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to hit you with the book. She like hit him with everything. I think he had another hearing. Oh man, he does grab her good.
Yeah, that was a full on tackle.
Yeah, I mean if she was a quarterback, I'm telling you, dude,
sacked.
Like this is good.
Was she reaching for the gavel?
Yo. Oh, look at all the spit. How do you have so much spit? Just has like a mouthful of water, runs up there. Just. Yeah, I don't know what he got. Does it say what he got? Does it have a comment section? What do you get? The system failed.
The comments are spicy.
Dude, he's a danger to society. I think he's a danger to an offensive line. Bro, I'm telling you. Like, I'm just saying.
Ooh, looks like there's some spicy mother-sister action as well in there. They must have gotten in and...
A lot of them are saying, like, he's trying to plead. He's got, like, mental health issues.
I'd say.
Yeah, using mental health issues as a cop-out. That's what one of the
apparently
comments said.
Apparently the majority of the world has mental health issues. I said it. So I feel like that's going to start losing
humanity as a whole is probably suffering from zoochosis, so...
Yeah, what was the zoochosis thing? You've talked to me about that off the podcast before.
Was that off the podcast?
Definitely. Even if it was, repeat it.
Yeah, you get, like, especially higher intelligence animals in a zoo with, like, minimal stimulation or anything like that, and they just kind of go crazy, like, pacing back and forth, repetitive behaviors, stuff like that, and, not much separates us from the animals, so, stuck in a dead-end job you do over and over again, or just spending all your time inside, not going out and being in nature, and shit like that. There's an argument to be said that humanity as a whole suffers from zoochosis.
Yeah.
Zoochosis is a stereotypical behavior of animals. It is commonly observed in captive animals. Stereotypic activities in animals are tiresome in conduct, consistent in practice, with no seeming goal or definite purpose. Man, that sounds familiar.
Damn. Dude, it is.
Include head rolling, striding, extreme licking, hair, feather pulling, and outline swimming.
That is alarmingly close.
Yeah. Oh, look at all the citations. Now, Fluff, you should look up zoochosis in humans.
Dude, speaking of humans going crazy, just a small tangent. So, like, these sideshows with the cars, like people doing donuts in the middle.
Street takeovers.
Yeah, the takeovers. Bro, I mean, like, I can get around the idea. Like, if I hadn't seen one even go bad once, I would be like, all right, this is kind of sick. Like, it's kind of sick.
You gotta remember the kind of people that do this shit.
I know. Well, I mean, I think that, like, it's bred a different culture more now. I don't think it's certainly, like, the same basis, because there's, like, sideshows in, like, Oakland was, like, the big part of it was, like, they would all just leave after a bar and just go do donuts. And, like, yeah, a lot of times it'd be, like, alcohol fights and guns and stuff, and, like, things would go sideways. But, like, bro, now it's just, like, these, like, kids in cars that don't even deserve to be out there, and
now it's one
people
thing
who don't know how to drive too.
Yeah, it's one thing if you want to do donuts in, like, a parking lot.
Yeah,
but you go out into the middle of an intersection, you're blocking traffic, and then you've got the people who are crowding around these cars that you can see are barely in control.
Yeah,
like, these people are not professional drivers, and you got people in the middle. You got them running up to the cars, like, you know, Don't even shut them down. Let natural selection take its course.
Dude, I guess, but it feels like it's gonna take a long time. And there's dude, the craziest part for me is that, like, look, like, it's one thing if, like, that happens where you're doing donuts and you hit somebody and they get hurt, but then it's another thing to then blame the driver. Yeah, because it's like, how dare you hit me? It's like, well, how dare you, like, be in the middle of this
start
thing?
Swarming, like, the driver.
Up. Yeah. And, like, dude, there are a lot of people that I've seen. Like, it is crazy how many people get hit. And then, like, they just pull them out. And then, like, you can watch someone get hit and then watch someone else run out there to potentially get hit again. And definitely a lot of people have died just from getting hit. But, yeah, dude, it's so crazy. It just doesn't make sense.
Like, that guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what, Fluff? Just keep that clip pulled up at some point in a separate tab. But, like, that guy ran in the direction of the sliding car.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that just does not make sense. Dude, my favorite one was in the sense of it being bad. Sorry for whoever that is, but the black Camaro that's doing it, that's spinning around, and I forget which part. I think, like, something like on the back of the car just, like, tapped another car, but the side airbags went off while someone was hanging out. The curtain airbags through the window went off while the dude was, like, in the window. Like, that had to hurt. And then the car just keeps going and crashes into another car, and so hard that guy falls out and into another guy and, like, knocks that dude out. Like, it's almost like, it's just, dude, like, what the hell, bro? If you're listening or even watching, just open up a 6-pack and just pull up some sideshow takeover videos and have a good time. Oh my god, the phone flying, and the guy picking up the phone, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, bro. Oh my god, just sweeping all the people on that.
Well, that's
on
a Mustang,
the outside.
So.
I know. His natural habitat.
It's natural prey, crowds.
Yeah, but the worst is, like, when they hit each other, knowing full well that is a very, very high probability of happening, and then they're mad about it, and then, like, that starts a fight. It's like,
it's that meme where guy's riding a bike, sticks a stick in his own front spoke, blames someone else.
How could you? Yeah. Well, dude, that, like, mosh pits is the other one. They're, like, kind of similar to this, where it's
mosh
like,
pits are something completely different.
Well, it's similar in the way that, like, people know what they're getting into when they get into a mosh pit. But I just saw this one where this girl gets, like, literally spinning back kick to the teeth, and then she's, like, mad about it.
Well,
and then like, but the best part is like people are holding her back to like not retaliate. Which
you've
like
seen like mosh pit videos like that where someone gets like knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
You go into the comments and you realize that like most people who most mosh pits, they don't tolerate that. Like a lot of times if someone sees someone doing that shit, the crowd will turn on that one person.
Yeah.
And will like beat the shit out of that one person for doing that.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, like, where do you draw a line? Because like I feel like
mosh pits are supposed to be for shoving and like running into each other and all that and pushing, but like
every mosh pit I've seen, I see somebody just spinning in circles with their fist out.
And again,
bald.
Look at the comments.
I know.
No one likes that.
I know, but I'm just saying that like I'd love to see a successful. Can we pull up a successful mosh pit?
A successful mosh pit.
Like, are there any successful mosh pits where people just leave and like they're like, cool, like no dentist, no doctors, no band-aids? Like,
I'm not saying you don't expect to not get bruised in a mosh pit. Like you said, you sign up for what you sign up for if you go into a mosh pit.
Yeah.
But typically there's a certain etiquette that's supposed to go on in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people who are like just swinging.
Oh, dude, wait, go fluff. Yeah, that one right there to the left. Dude, this isn't the one, but this is my famous one that I've always shown people. This guy in the white shirt just spinning back kicks. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
but like, dude, just punches everyone else and just goes back to dancing. He's like, I'm having a good time. And I'm like, yo, like, so for instance, Fluffy, let's just go into the comments section. Let's just see how right Adrian is. Let's see if anyone stands up for this dude or not. I still come back to this after 2 years. Yo, same. Bro straight up Roadhouse kicked a woman and then jabbed the 3 dudes and probably should have
the lightweight title by now.
Lightweight title by now. Oh
Come
my
on,
God.
Jen, you're not going to get hurt. It'll be fun, Jen, at the concert. This isn't moshing. This is assault, and the crowd was a bunch of wimps that didn't crush the dude for that behavior.
I mean, that was like one comment.
Nah, it's a different crowd now.
Yeah, dude, people are pumped about it. Yeah, people just love this video. It might not be the original too, so that might change it. Because if it's not the original, like now it's funny. So like somebody else who posts it now, like we all think it's funny. There's somebody that love it.
Yeah, this is the shit that makes mosh pits look bad.
Yeah.
A right pit with the right people is safe.
The man gangsta skipped. Yeah.
I'm normal. Can anyone explain why this is a thing and why no one retaliated? I'm actually kind of interested to see what people have to say about that. It's a new version of a mosh pit. The younger generation accepts it as a form of moshing, but more of an aggressive dance. And if you get it, it's like bumping into someone on the dance floor. Back in the day, during real mosh pits, if that happened, everyone jumped in. It became a fight. Yeah, so maybe I'm just old.
I think they're talking about two-stepping. That's what it used to be called, I'm pretty sure. This style.
Maybe. I've seen plenty of videos, though, and again, maybe I'm just old, but like where shit like that happened and everyone was jumping on like that shouldn't. Yeah, that's not how that works.
That dude just like.
It's a small show with no security. He would have been kicked out of an actual concert and probably arrested for assault. Never seen this at a show that I've been to. All the mosh pits I've been to, or I've seen, also usually have at least one 6'5" dude who, while enjoying the show, also acts as an official guardian of the pit. Because that's also what I've seen. Like, you know, people have talked about, they see like a smaller person or, you know, a girl go down and like some big guy comes out of nowhere, picks her up and starts shoving people out of the way to get her out of the pit.
That's usually my role when I go to like the rave pits. It's like I watch to see who's getting bullied. You can see the people that are big enough looking at the people that are not big enough and they want to take advantage. And you just get over there and you're like, really? You really want to try us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know,
But everybody in this video is kind of doing the same motion that guy did. I mean, obviously, he kind of had like a little bit of a
minus
personal...
the aspect of assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like intentional assault.
That whole contact part is a little hard to chew on. Bit of gristle. But, I mean, this seems a bit targeted, to be honest. But, hey, look, we don't have the whole video.
Well, he did a
this
spinning
is
back
a short
kick
clip.
and then just punched, like, 2 other people.
What if
that wasn't even moshing. That was just straight up punching.
Now, I've never even thought of it this way. But what if they had hit him earlier and we hadn't seen the entirety of the video? We don't have all the facts. But I had to admit, those guys look pretty surprised.
Yeah, that one comment said the younger generation accepts this as a regular part of moshing.
Yeah.
So this is something relatively new, I guess. Culture rot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mosh pits. So no real answers other than this is just the new mosh pits.
That's the new normal.
Yep.
Everyone loves it.
Womp. You seen that video? The little kid. He's like, "Rock and roll is dead." And he's like, "Yeah." And it just turns to his dad. And he's like, "What? No, it ain't. You want to still be my son?" It just ends the clip. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, continue as a guest. Right on. Let's get some audio. TikTok's not coming after us. Oh, we might have some other videos going. Oh, it's still the mosh pit video. Well, it's good to know that there was some audio with that mosh pit. Oh, yeah, and that. It made the mosh pit better. It just reload. Yeah. Yeah, it's only like 9 seconds. Might not even be worth it.
And 2 pillows. And
there's still another
There's
video.
still something in the background.
I couldn't even tell you.
Well, it looks like the maid left
my
a note,
goodness.
so you would think this is a clean bed, right?
What are we listening to?
What is playing in the background? What ad on what page?
I think it's the YouTube. There's Bathrobe, that first one that says it's playing.
You know what? Playing.
Oh, and you've had autoplay on this whole time. So it's just been...
Yeah. Wait, let's go back because this could be a good topic. Wait.
Hold on, let me fix this. Too much going on. You want to talk about this?
Bathrobe not washed between guests at Trump's newest hotel. Oh.
Oh, shots fired.
Ooh. Let's get some volume.
Wait a minute. Isn't that, like vandalism?
Yeah.
This is the most coveted piece of real estate in Washington, D.C., the best location.
We have the best location.
Yeah.
Bathrobe not washed between guests at Trump's newest hotel. And they're just spray painting invisible paint on the beds. Is this not vandalism or destruction of property?
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be washed off. It can,
Well, yeah,
it can be
obviously
washed
they're...
off.
Well, just to see if they changed them.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't change that pillow.
This seems so easy to fake.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a whole video out of this, and it seems so easy to fake. And what is this proving? Fluff, how long ago was this posted? Is this like a smear campaign today to...
7 years ago.
7 years ago. So this was an original smear campaign. Yeah. I don't know, whatever. I mean, what do you think? Like, Trump is in charge of the housekeeping at it? I mean, dude, he owns it. Like, who cares? Like, it sucks. Don't go to this hotel. Great. Like, oh, all right. Well, that was a cool sidebar. Oh yeah, yeah. So
speaking of politics,
let's just get right into some nastiness here. So I guess we could just say, comment below if you think that Joe Biden's been replaced by a robot.
Or a shadow clone, or a lizard person with a mask.
He apparently it's Mel Gibson.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I may have made that conspiracy up all on my own. Yeah, but how funny would it be if they did swap out Joe Biden for Mel Gibson? And
Why Mel Gibson?
I don't know. He kind of looks like him. He's got the blue eyes for it.
Just with
He might be the
plastic
only
surgery
one.
or a mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what you're getting at is that Joe Biden does not look the same.
Was that not what I said?
You didn't say anything.
I know I didn't. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, he's looked really different, and honestly, like I have to imagine that he just had like a lot of plastic surgery,
Well, I mean, he
like
looks...
a full like face.
I don't know. He still looks pretty old.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, speaking of that, I think the ears. Yeah,
His
let's
earlobe has
see
become
the-
attached, or used to be attached, is now detached, something like that.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Oh wait, now if he got it reattached, that would be something. Because like, dude, your ears continue to grow as you get older. Like that's a thing. Like you get like big earlobes, like some more than others, but like I think it's true that your ears keep growing. The ice cream cone. Damn it, Biden. Stop it. Put that fucking ice cream down. Damn it, Biden. No, wait. That's Biden?
That's young Joe Biden. He was a stud.
He was a stud. Damn, young Joe
Talking
Biden.
about- where is
Right
this
there,
one
yeah.
right
Yeah.
Whoa. My lord, I
Damn.
voted for him.
Yeah. Almost looks like a Kennedy, a little JF.
Yeah, but speaking of...
Dude, but the dude, highlight reel of Joe Biden falling up steps. I mean, fuck.
But,
I really I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like if people want him to run again, it's just because it's blue no matter who. And like I get it, if you want to be that to your party, but bro,
Right
at
there,
this
the
point,
body doubles.
oh yeah, let's get some of those up. Yeah. But yeah, dude, if you're blue no matter who, at this point, bro, it's kind of cruel to do that to the poor guy. He should just be like laid up eating ice cream. Like. And how's that working? Are they actually like throwing him up there? They're running him?
I mean, usually the incumbent, politician runs again.
So what's the differences on his face? Oh, it's the nose.
Let's see.
Maybe he's just gotten skinny and they did a little nip tuck on him.
2021, his earlobe. Well, see, that picture shows that his earlobe's attached, but if you look on the other side of his face, it's also unattached on that side. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like when he
Whoa.
smiles or something, it changes. But
Yeah, where's that at the top there, or a little further up? There was that picture of the side of his ear. Yeah, maybe that one right next to it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see that. What's going on with that ear? Yeah, but maybe it's because of the plastic surgery, because like they had to like drag his face down. But
I
you
don't
would
know.
think,
If he got plastic surgery, he should get a refund because he still looks ancient.
yeah, maybe that's another weird one.
I mean,
plastic surgery.
people's faces change a lot. Like what we were just talking about earlier, Mel Gibson in Mad Max 1 versus Mel Gibson later in his career.
Yeah, well, that was drug and alcohol abuse. I don't know if that Joe Biden
You're
really
saying
went
Joe
down
Biden hasn't partaken?
that. I don't think so. I think he's a clean bird.
His son isn't.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Those videos of someone smoking crack with hookers in another country could have been anyone, Adrian. And those drugs they found in the White House could have been anyone's, Adrian. A lot of people go in the White House, Adrian. Are you assuming that the crack was his?
No, you're right. It could be anyone.
It could be anyone. Dude, they should bring in, what's that, Chris Hansen from Dateline? I bet he has got a take on it. The Chris Hansen dude. Is it Chris Hansen? Yeah, it's Chris Hansen. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think he just got a lot of plastic surgery, and it just changed a lot of his face.
So you're
and, like,
saying
he
there's
probably
no,
got skinny, too.
There's no lizard people, no lizard Illuminati, replacing with, cheap clones that are falling apart.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as say that. I don't think Joe is one. I think if that happened, he wouldn't be stumbling around. He's still stumbling around. He can't walk right.
Well, that's because
He's
the
getting
clones
lost and
are
confused.
imperfect.
Yeah, but if you think that he actually had a body double, they'd be like, all right, like let's just get him up a cognitive note here.
Well, there you go. That picture, kind of lends credence to what you said. Plastic surgeon claims President Joe Biden has spent $100,000 on
taxpayers' money on his
plastic
fucking
surgery,
forehead.
eye bags removed, reduced
Filler
lower
teeth
eyelids.
whitening hair transplants is the rest of that article title.
Jeez. Well, yeah, man, they're just trying to make him look young so that he doesn't look, he can act old, but hopefully he doesn't, look old, Oh, Jill Biden, poor lady. She's like his handler at this point. Poor guy. Wild. Oh, Fetterman. No. Oh, yeah, is that him, after they put his head back on?
You can't talk, you can't talk about
Dude,
body doubles without Fetterman. Hold on.
Dude.
Did you hear about how he drove somewhere and ended up with a beard after the drive?
Nah,
The man grows facial hair at an incredible rate.
I don't know if it's been proven or not. I just saw the pictures. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, but that big crease on his
he left like this. He was pictured seen, I think, more like this, and then at the end he had where's the picture? Of course they're not gonna find it. I'm on. They don't want us to know.
They don't want us to know. They don't want us to know.
Oh no, BuzzFeed not good.
But yeah, dude, he's got
good.
that big wrinkle in his in his little unibrow. Dude, I think
there.
Yeah.
No,
I guess maybe he always did. I thought it was because they had dude. What did he have, a stroke or something? They had pulled the top of his head off or something.
Where's the pictures? That's so rough.
Yo, Mr. Potato Head, come back out. Mr. Potato Head as John Fetterman.
That's his body double, apparently.
That's the body double. That's funny. Yeah, they're just trolling. Dude, that's another one where that dude, he just went up to speak, and they were like, "Hey, our Pennsylvania, speaking for the House, whatever, John Fetterman," and he goes up there and he's like, "Pennsylvania, thank you, good night," and just walked off and won. It's crazy. I don't stand for the people who just ignore that. There's another guy who he should just be at home chilling. It's not fair to these people.
Yeah, I just, what was it? Shortly after he got elected, he had to
Yeah, he had a stroke or something.
No, he had the stroke before that. That explains why he has kind of a stutter.
Oh.
But no, right after he got elected, he had to check himself into a.
Oh yeah. A psych.
Yeah, a psych ward or something.
Yeah, he was going crazy because he couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he was going full crazy, but he definitely was having mental issues. And it's just I don't want to say if you've got any kind of mental disability that you should be barred from doing everything. But this is a very high pressure job.
Yeah,
it's very important.
Yeah, but would you give that person a license?
I mean, I'm sure John Fetterman can probably drive a vehicle just fine, but can he run the state?
I would like to say it appears that those photos that I'm talking about were taken on 2 different days, just to put some clarity in there. It was funny to look. It was super funny because they had it all laid out. It was
well, dude, you never know. He's in that same dumbass hoodie.
No beard, and then he's got a goatee, and you're like, how'd you do that, buddy?
Yeah.
you drove a couple hours.
Yeah.
But that, yeah.
Or we investigate that car. What if that car's a time machine?
Mm-hmm.
A little Back to the Future. Oh.
But yeah, the body double thing also goes for him, from what I've heard as well. He's also part of that tinfoil hat conspiracy
So if I run for office, I might disappear and get a poorly made body double.
That would be sick, dude. What'd you have it do? What do you think? Like, you're never doing laundry again. Like, that dude's stuck. He's stuck with your laundry.
It would do everything. I'd just be off, on some beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Or just in my garage.
Yeah. That would be kind of sick. Having a body double.
I had a coworker who was very much into conspiracy theories and all that. And I had done one of those Ancestry.com DNA test things, just see your lineage and all that.
That's fine.
First of all, I got notifications very shortly after setting up my account that
body double was active.
Yeah, that my body double's been activated. But no, that
it's already in Palm Beach. You're like, damn it, I wanted to go to the beach. Fuck.
But I got messages saying we found 2 matches that we believe are most likely your parents, and it was because me, my mom, and my dad, we all did that. I'm like, okay, so that part's accurate.
Do you think they Ancestry? There's somebody just Googled your name and then found your mom and dad on your Facebook, and we're like, that's his mom and dad? Or do you think there's really a tree? I would love to
Well, you can build your own tree on Ancestry.com. That's the whole thing. You can trace your own records, upload them, blah blah blah. But the thing is, when you put your DNA in their data bank, they were able to say okay, this DNA matches yours 50%, and this matches this also matches your DNA 50%. So
how are they getting everyone's DNA?
Oh, it's a kit that you mail.
No. If I wanted to do an ancestry and I wanted to trace it back to a dead relative,
well, they're not going to have that,
right? So
but you can if you have
so
records, you can upload them to their thing. It's all built by the community. But I'm getting off track here. What I wanted to get
I think it's a good question. We'll get back to it.
What I wanted to get at was when I told my one coworker that I had done that, he was like, oh, well, now the Illuminati, or I forget what shadow organization was talking about, has your DNA, they can make a clone of you and blah blah. I'm like, good, I think the world could use more me.
Yeah. I don't think that's such a bad idea.
I'm like, this doesn't sound this sounds like an absolute win to me.
Yeah,
more of me, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, dude, you're having babies without having to go through any of that,
without having to raise children.
Yeah, you don't have to raise it. It's just already doing you.
Yeah,
until it comes and finds you, kills you, and takes over your place.
I guess if he really wants out of whatever the shadow government wants him to do.
Really wants in your apartment. Wants to have all your cars.
Wants to have my podcast.
Yeah, dude, that would be legit. So we have to have, you ever seen Inception? Mm-hmm. We have to have one of those little things. So I got to make sure I know it's you, because now you could be another you.
Well, we just need a challenge phrase like they use in the Army.
Yeah.
Just we can't say it here.
Yeah, we won't say it here.
My shadow clone will see it.
Yeah. Or we say it on here, and then we'll see if your shadow, like a fake,
a red herring.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll do that. But so how sweet. Let's pull up and let's figure out how the hell that works. Because my thing is that could I not find my ancestors if my ancestors hadn't already put in their DNA?
Correct. They're not going to find it on a DNA basis. But Ancestry.com didn't start as a DNA data bank. That's the service they offered, I think, shortly after 23andMe cropped up.
Mm-hmm.
Their original thing was, you can upload, records of, your family lineage and, build out a family tree. And, let's say someone who's, distant related to you starts building out their tree from, records that their family has or whatever, and then they find, an intersection somewhere. It's oh, we're kind of sort of related. Isn't that neat? But it's all based on, people adding information to it.
Yeah.
It's not strictly DNA. In fact, I think the DNA is entirely different unless someone goes in and goes okay, here's my DNA and here's the family tree that I've been building out.
Yeah.
Here's where that fits into there and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I never did any of the family tree thing because I don't have access to many records from my family. I'm sure if I I get the irony. But as soon as if I had any access to them, then I wanted to sit down and do it, I could build out the tree. But I get enough notifications now every now and again that they found someone who's a third cousin or something based off of DNA. I'm I don't know who the hell this person is. I'm not going to reach out and be hey, we're distantly related on my father's side somehow.
Can I borrow $1,000, dude? I'm good for it.
We're family.
Yeah, we're family now. Just show up to their door, bags packed.
What records does Ancestry have access to? Historical records. Like, what? That was the answer to that?
It's Wikipedia.
Well,
They hid that behind a click. Like I had
Yeah,
to
but
click
you've
that.
got birth certificates, marriage certificates, death certificates, census data, military records.
What is census?
Like you have like if a they send out a census to see how many people live in like within a certain household
Or in the country.
in the country. Yeah, it's like to figure out. That's how we know what our population.
Yeah, the U.S.
is.
does a
Boy.
census every couple years. I forget how many
I think
years.
It's every 10,
It's not 10.
isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it's 10.
Give it a goog.
Well, I'd say they should start doing it every year now, huh? You guys
Yeah,
think,
you
think
know,
the
how-
population's changing?
Yeah, I don't think the census is going to be very, very accurate, considering the current situation at the border.
Yeah. I think the population's changing a little bit. Dude, I love the people who are fear-mongering the border thing. I don't really know where you stand on it, but there's a lot of people who are saying that they're like, oh, it's going to be it's an invasion, it's a takeover, it's like this, that, and it's like
Oh, it is every 10 years. Holy shit.
They're building a militia. Okay, every 10 years.
One point to fluff.
When's the last time they did it? Because boy,
Yeah, because
it's
I
gonna
thought
have a bump.
I thought I filled out a census like a couple years ago.
Do you have to?
You're supposed to.
I never got one.
Yeah, last year apparently.
Nice.
Or no,
Well, ain't that convenient?
2030. Yeah, 2020. So yeah. Not last year, 2020. I thought I remember filling like something out.
Something, yeah.
The 2020 they did it, and then they let the border open. Yikes.
I don't know if the census, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but what I have heard though, like as far as like a rebuttal to everyone saying that like it's a bad thing that all of the people are crossing the border, the Mexican border right now, because people are like trying to like, brand some idea that it's like there's a militia starting, as if like every start of like in immigration has never started with a 18 to like 35-year-old man. Like that's how it always works. That's the
demographic most likely to strike out on their own.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to like worry about taking kids in a family. They just go out. They make some money in America.
Or
And they
they
bring
do
their-
have a family, but they're going out there to
Exactly.
make
That's
the
what I'm
money and
saying.
send it back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like they go out, make money in America, and then bring their family over once they're established in America, which is great. I think it's a great thing. But people are saying that like all these people are coming over and it's like a militia. It's like no, like
Yeah,
they just
military-age men.
they just want a job, and then they're like, well, then like why are they letting people do that? And it's like because that's good labor help. I think there's a huge initiative. We already know that there's a lot of people that are involved in politics and don't have a chair in politics. They just make a lot of money in a large corporation. And so they probably are for open borders because that is going to bring in more people willing to work. How many people are like working from home?
Well,
But hear me out, on OnlyFans or on not doing something like in a real job. How many people are like lining up to be, like factory workers? How many people are lining up to be in the trades? Like those guys, all of those men that are coming over are ready to work. That's my feeling.
Well, so one of the reasons that I think that we're never going to have a secure border and no one's really going to fix the immigration issue.
Yeah.
Or the illegal immigration, I want to specify. The immigration's fine, done correctly. But that no one's ever going to fix that is because Democrats typically view it as like a way to increase their voter base.
True.
They'll welcome them in here and sway them to their side and all that. And stereotypically, Republicans are the business party. It's cheap labor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
realistically, does either side have an incentive to stem that flow?
And like like
In
what
broad
you're saying,
strokes, not really.
possibly like they could like possibly it would be that like the people coming over would then be like, well, who let me over? Like I'll vote for that guy.
Well, like
is
I
what
said,
you're
the
saying.
one.
Yeah,
one
I'm just
side's
like
rolling
kind of
out the
reiterating.
welcome mat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and dude, like obviously, like it would, in a perfect world, it's ideal to like have an immigration process where we can control that number. We know how many people are in the United States.
Well, yeah,
it's just a security thing. Like, honestly, like, I mean, Snowden and all that stuff, like, it's crazy, like, too much knowledge, but, like, I think it's kind of good that we all have a license and we all have, like, a household. Like, when you have this many people, I feel like just that little bit is good enough to have a paper trail to, like, identify yourself, you know, and, like, in a legal structure. You know,
yeah,
I can't see how it's a bad idea.
That's how it should be. Like, we need to be able to vet the people coming in. We can't just have open door and let whoever come in for whatever reason. Yeah, you know, like I said, legal immigration is more than fine. Yeah, like, I am the product of immigration. Right. You know, my mother immigrated to this country legally. Got her citizenship. Yeah,
technically, like, everyone is.
If you go back far enough.
Yeah. But I mean, not even that far. I mean, I would have to imagine that, like, I mean, I think that most of my family is, like, Welsh, so, like, I'm not American. You know what I mean? Technically not.
I'm as American
I'm from
as
Wales. Yeah. So, but it does seem crazy though too, that, like, that's not, like, a bigger deal. You know, like, how much did the border cost versus, like, how much of that money could we have just not had a border and just had a really, really successful immigration plan to just take everybody?
To take and process everybody.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah. And like, instead of, like, putting the Band-Aid as, like, a wall, or even some of that, like, cybersecurity stuff with the cameras we talked about with Andrew and many of the other companies who are all, like, doing the surveillance of the border. I mean, all of that money could have been used instead of just setting up jobs for people along the border to be processed, you know?
Yeah.
And if it was a fluid system and it made it easy, you know, like, what would stop? I mean, like, unless somehow the United States knows about, like, active gang members, which would be a good thing, you know, but other than that, like, there's not even really much that would stop someone who's coming from Mexico into the United States, you know? Like, unless you literally have, like, you know, a known crime in Mexico. But I don't think we even have, like, a relationship. Do we have that relationship with Mexico?
Probably.
Like, probably? Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. It would make sense. But,
yeah, it's crazy,
but other
though,
than that, like, it should be pretty simple.
We get a lot of flack, you know, for any time we want to enforce any kind of, like, border security.
Yeah.
Like, because I would love if we fixed our immigration and made it more streamlined, simpler process to get in, to be vetted and all that. But the first step to that is making sure that the border's not leaking like a damn sieve.
Yeah.
So, but anytime we try to take a step in that direction, everyone gives us shit for it.
Yeah.
Literally everyone. Europe especially loves shitting on us for, like, issues with racism and with immigration and all that, but try to get into a European country.
Yeah.
Try to do that.
Yeah.
Try to walk across the border there and live.
It's the same
there,
thing.
or try to get citizenship in there.
Yeah.
Especially trying to do it legally. That's the biggest thing. Maybe if you can get into the country with, like, a passport or something, then just plant yourself there. They'll have a hard time getting you out, but try to go there and live there legally.
Yeah.
It is way harder to get into any of these other countries than it is to get in the U.S. But they give us so much shit for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it's just, like, this is an easy target, you know? Like, you see it, and it's just easy to be like...
Yeah, like,
you know.
The requirements for citizenship in a lot of these European countries, like, you and me we're skilled in a certain trade.
Yeah.
We might, maybe, get in. They want, like, doctors and lawyers and people with, like, college degrees.
Yeah, it's like, what can you give us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just come over here and just wing it, Bubba.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. And then for the same reason, like, I feel like you're right. They've done such a great job. I've never, like, thought about, like, European countries. I mean, obviously, I know, like, getting into Russia is probably pretty easy. It's getting out. China, too. But... yeah, I mean, even, like, I wonder if you and I wanted to just, like, move to the UK, you know, or Japan for that matter.
Well, Japan really doesn't like outsiders. They don't mind tourists.
Yeah.
They don't like you living there.
Yeah. Yeah, to be able to, like, stay is tough. But, I mean, they probably have the same idea where they're like, you know, this is another touchy thing, is like the amount of population. They're probably like, you know what, this feels comfy. This is comfy. Like,
well, they
our
need
number.
immigration.
Why?
They are actually, most developed countries are not going through currently. Well, Russia might be, but they're lining themselves up for eventual population decline. And like even in the U.S., I forget if it actually fell below, but I know it's very close. The birth rate is very close, if not below, the like replenishment rate, where people will now begin dying faster than they're being born. Because we're just having less kids. Now, we're making up for that with immigration. Yeah. But, and this is kind of a spicy topic, but, you know, I would like it if the U.S. didn't lose its cultural identity in that process. Yeah. Because for all of its faults and all of its flaws, our culture and our values have made this country the most powerful country in the world, far beyond any other country, you know, its ability to exert influence over the world in the history of humanity. And I think that's worth preserving.
Fuck yeah.
But if we keep just bringing people in who want all the benefits of the U.S. but don't want to participate in the U.S., then we're going to lose that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we should also say, like, too, like, you know, obviously we're both pro immigration, you know, and it's easy for us to talk about this because we're on this side of the fence.
Yeah.
You know? But there are always bad actors. There's bad people in the world. Like, everyone's met someone that they just know is a bad person.
Careful, you know? Now your words are going to be twisted.
I don't know. I feel pretty confident about that. But I mean, if they want to twist them, they can twist them. But what I'm saying is,
let me quote something from like the 2016 election. He said they're only sending their worst actors over. They're sending their rapists and their gang members.
Who said that?
The media about Trump. When in actuality, he said that, they are sending those people. They're also sending good people in there, but they're not sending their best and their brightest.
And so when you're saying they, I mean, are we like assuming that there's like someone?
I'm just saying like that was blown up by the media.
Yeah, because that's my thing. Is like, I don't think that there's someone like there's not like someone sending them. I think that the cartel is making money off helping people.
They're taking advantage of a situation.
Yeah, and then if the cartel does have, perhaps their own border to like, it's like, hey, well, you want to go to America, you have to pay. Maybe there's a little bit of that going on. I don't even know.
Also, let's say you've committed a crime in a country and would like to disappear. Leave the country.
Like a crime in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just as an example.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't know how crime works in Mexico.
There are plenty of immigrants who are coming here because life in America is pretty good.
It's pretty great.
So that's what they're going for, but that gaping open border also lets bad actors through. Yeah. And I want to be exceptionally clear that is the scenario we're talking about.
Yeah, and like, because it's just like, it's just a fact. Like, everybody knows of someone in America today who's just not a nice person, not a good person, you know, is not a great contributor to society, you know. Like, our jails are full of mostly non-innocent people, you know. So, like, it's just proving that, like, you know, bad people exist. So to say that there's not anyone who's coming over that is going to be a not nice person is true, but it also doesn't mean that, like, we can't, like, immigrate them. You know what I mean? Now, like we were talking about, like, a crime, sure. Like, if you already have a crime in Mexico, it's like, well, maybe we settle your debts over in Mexico, and then we'll talk about immigration, you know? But, I mean, like, it doesn't, it just doesn't seem like there's a good effort to, like, make a process, like a processing thing.
No, and in the last couple years, immigration's absolutely ballooned at the border. Like, how many people are coming over?
I have it highlighted already.
Dude, 10,000
10,000 daily. That seems
on a day
low, actually.
Well, it was saying
10,000 a day in 2023.
Up here, it's 2.5 million encounters in just 2023.
Yeah, that's the number that I heard, like 2.5 million.
Whoa.
That's encounters. So that's how many people they saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what, I mean, and again, I guess, like, they're just watching them just jump right over.
Helping them in some cases.
Okay.
Actually, Texas National Guard kicked out federal border patrol agents out of a state park on the border of Mexico and started putting up razor wire because they were like, the governor of Texas was like, that's enough.
Yeah, Governor Abbott. I saw
like,
that
that's
too.
enough. We're stopping this.
Yeah.
So they denied the federal border patrol agents access to the state park where they were staging immigrants coming through, and just started closing up the gaps and putting walls up.
Yeah.
And now the federal government, I believe, is suing Texas over that. But I mean, like,
dude, it is hard. It is hard, and then like we're gonna hurt a lot of feelings talking about this. And that's
absolutely,
totally fine. But but think about it. Like, if you we're a country, you know, like even if you have like your own house, like that's another topic. People like housing people, but whatever. But like, imagine just like not knowing who was like coming into like your property. You know, you would just be like, all right, look, I don't mind, you know, but like, who are you again?
Yeah, but like
just touch base.
My perspective on this is like, what is Texas supposed to do?
Yeah,
because they've asked the federal government for assistance to like stop this.
Yeah,
and they've just opened the floodgates. You know, there are plenty of videos or pictures of federal border patrol agents cutting open fences and
that were already existing and letting them through
and welding doors like open.
Whoa.
But yeah, so and now Texas is shipping all of these migrants to self-proclaimed sanctuary cities, and these sanctuary cities are buckling under this.
Yeah.
They have nowhere to put these immigrants, and they're like starting to complain like, oh, Texas can't do this. It's like, you guys literally, and I mean this in the literal sense, literally asked for this.
Yeah.
You said, we are a sanctuary city. We will welcome these illegal immigrants. We will house them. We will take care of them.
Oh, yeah.
And when it comes time to put your money where your mouth is...
Fluff, where is this?
This is something posted
also,
by...
you can talk.
I know. You guys are really killing it, though. This is posted by Tucker earlier, I think today, or not today, earlier this week.
Why is that not showing the entire... Oh, because you clicked on it on Google.
Yeah, I don't know how to work this stuff, to be honest with you guys.
Nope, not that.
Yeah, you can just go to... Yeah, you can just type some of that stuff into YouTube.
Well, not just that. If you go... Hit the little X...
The little X. This one. Okay.
Now go up to the top left corner where it says "We uncovered a secret housing." Click on that.
Gotcha. Thank you guys. I'm the one behind the computer, but I still need help. Appreciate it.
Well, we're all learning how to do this.
I could put the volume.
None
on,
of these chairs.
I don't think it says explicitly where.
Well, just
see if there's
Chicago. This is Chicago.
Okay, yeah, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, New York.
I did see this earlier. This is the clip I saw earlier, actually. Is that good volume for you guys? You got it?
Yeah. It's the entire country.
Good old Lightfoot.
See, that's the thing that really bothers me about this whole ordeal is we have a massive homeless population issue.
This part right here is the worst. This is in O'Hare International Airport.
I've heard about this. They closed down an entire terminal in O'Hare International Airport, housed a bunch of immigrants, won't let cameras in, won't let people in to look at what's going on.
And it's not cops or anything. It's just like, watch this next clip. There's a random guy. Watch. Listen to that guy. Where is he from?
They had no authority. They were rent-a-cops.
Rent-a-cops.
Inside, our team found more than 100 beds on the floor. The smell was overpowering, repulsive. It was filthy. But it's not just airports.
I know Tucker can be polarizing, but this is pretty eye-opening regardless.
Yeah. Just from footage.
And yet, being supported in every detail of their lives by taxpayers. No.
And I think in New York they're shutting down like school gymnasiums and converting them into immigrant housing.
Kids went back to Zoom for whatever a day or so, just so that they could house them in the.
Because they filled up all the hotels, but like they're jumping through all these hoops for all these people who have just walked into our country.
I did see a video of this previously as well.
but we're not doing the same. We're not putting forth the same like effort or urgency for people already in this country who are homeless or struggling.
Yeah, and that dude just walked out of there in the hotel and just gave him the finger.
Fingers up
Yeah.
the whole time.
Like,
There's another
not
video I
thank
saw.
you, not thank you. Like,
Yeah.
we're happy we're here. Like, we made it.
There was like a coyote. They were filming one of the coyotes letting people cross the border, and
Yeah.
he just kind of gives them like a shrug shoulder to the person
Yeah.
filming. He's like,
He's like,
"Well,
what do you want me to do?
what are you gonna do?
Making money."
Yeah.
Right, because he's probably like a coyote. Is that like an escort?
That's
Yeah.
that's the
Takes
people
you-
that
okay,
bring them over.
yeah. Right,
They're
because
the ones
there's
that
probably
know the paths and where to go.
Yeah, exactly. Because dude, like, that's the other thing. Like,
Like-
crossing, especially from wherever you are. I mean, you're going through like deserts, all kinds of animals. You're gonna get lost. Cold.
Yeah, you need somebody
hot.
who's been there a time or two. Know
Totally,
what to do.
dude.
The water
Totally.
situation.
And I don't want to like belittle the fact that this is a genuine humanitarian crisis, but this is a self-fulfilling prophecy, like a vicious cycle. Word of mouth gets out that like, oh, you can just walk in the U.S.
Yeah.
and they'll give you housing and food and water. And
Why wouldn't
blah
you?
blah blah?
Dude, if I
It
was in
just
Mexico,
draws more
I would be
people.
walking across the border right now.
Yeah, it just draws more people. Like,
Yeah.
if you got to put the message out that like this isn't okay, we're not allowing this. We have proper legal channels for you to apply for asylum
Yeah.
and all that. You have to do it this way. But if you broadcast it like, yeah, rules don't matter, walk on in, more people are going to come.
Yeah.
And it's just going to exacerbate the issue.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing here.
Oh, jeez. I know. I don't know what to do. No idea, dude.
Well, first step would be to secure the border, just so that we don't have floods of people. Because, you know, New York is a massive city. Chicago is a massive city with
Yeah.
a lot of like economic power at their hands to like create facilities to house all these people. And again, they haven't done it for the current homeless populations,
Yeah.
which is an entirely separate issue. But they can't handle this.
Yeah.
They,
Definitely.
if anywhere in our country could handle it, it should be like places like that.
Yeah.
They can't.
Yeah.
So we can't let this continue. We can't take people on when our boat's already sinking.
Right.
So
Yeah, and that's the other like kind of ironic thing that you started to bring up was that like it's kind of crazy this is all happening now while we've had like the highest number of homeless on the streets already, and in all of these cities that are calling for people.
Well,
Like
there's your
Chicago and New York City, and, what was it? Also like Massachusetts too. They were saying yeah. Then like I forget what's it, Haley something. The Massachusetts lady, but I don't know.
Nikki
But
Haley?
no,
No,
not
that's
Nikki
a
Haley.
Republican
But yeah, but she
candidate.
was just saying that she was saying that like, hey, people should be willing to like house people. And like, I think she was one of like the first people that said it.
They should house them in their own homes.
Yes, yeah, and which is funny because I mean she makes 6 figures, but is worth a couple million somehow as usual.
Yeah, politics and stocks.
Just put in Mayor Haley.
Michelle?
Michelle Haley, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, is it Michelle Wu?
I don't know.
Yeah, but either way, but yeah, she was but just a typical like as this was going on, she was like, yeah, like bring in all of the immigrants, and that was walking it back just like everyone else.
Yeah, I forget who that was, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The pathway to stay and or work authorization that comes along with that, when that process
But-
is so drawn out, people are stuck. They are
Yeah.
to work.
And yeah, I mean, and what we're talking about, like you were saying, like humanitarian crisis, like yeah, like the people who live in Mexico are just trying to have a better life, and we're more than happy to bring them in. But it's just so crazy that like all of a sudden we had the money to like build, because I've seen, I don't know, I've not looked into it, but I've seen videos of like news videos saying that like people that the city has erected houses for immigrants.
Man, we could have used that.
Yeah, so I mean, and like we talked about like the whole drug thing on one of our last podcasts, where like yeah, that's like the first step for recovering. Like if someone's on drugs and wants to get off, that's the first step. Give them a house, give them like something that like they can hold on to that's theirs and like work for. you know, like something like a warm place to come home to, you know, like maybe they're just acclimated, they can get a job, you know, like now they have this like full thing. You brought an Odie cream pie.
I might have.
Did you bring enough to share? This is really broken the tension. This is broken
Sorry
our
if I've
tension.
upset the mood.
That's all right. Oatmeal cream, you know,
You're just,
we
gonna,
should-
you're just gonna rip that live right now?
Yes.
Look at you. Look, everybody. What is this? Mid-podcast, my man just drops out an
Yeah.
Odie cream pie.
just one, I should note.
Right. Well, why does it look like it's triple-deckered?
It is. Is it supposed to be, or did
I
you
don't
get like some kind of
remember
anomaly?
Double decker.
Nice.
Also,
America's back, baby.
Hey, whoa. That's sitting there. I haven't grabbed it yet, for the record. Get out of there. Don't touch my stuff. Is mine open in my mouth currently? And I'm not even on camera.
Could be.
Savage.
Yeah. So speaking of,
Sorry,
all of
we're
us
not going
bringing
to
things onto the
keep
podcast.
I saw that.
So this is probably the hottest hot sauce that I've ever been blessed with.
Don't look at me. I'm
You're
not
not into this?
No.
I thought you might be into
Just
this.
keep looking. Yeah, keep on that
I
side.
can put a little on the.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I mean Holly just picked it up because like she knows I like hot sauce, but
Holly
didn't
can
know
put it
what
the hell back down.
But it's heirloom tomato white truffle Reapers.
Reapers.
Yeah.
Carolina Reapers.
Yep, and
serious.
she didn't understand what that was, and it's and
sweet summer child.
yeah.
I'll give it a
So
whiff,
I got it and I
max.
was like,
It smells good.
Yeah.
It also smells like death.
Yeah.
it's not
Have
good.
you tasted it?
Yeah.
Is it one of the ones
Yeah,
that like,
yeah.
is bad?
It does. It tastes bad.
Senor Lechuga? Mr.
Yeah.
Lettuce?
Maybe that's like a weed thing.
I mean, it smells like hot sauce. Joe
If you-
Rogan.
if you try it- if you try it,
it's
it'll-
a St. Rogi's hot sauce.
Yeah, I think Rogie has a. Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, shout out to Rogie. Not that you know.
To our
We got to
Saint
shout out
Rogie.
Rogie on the. We'll put Rogie on the map here.
Yeah, put him on. Yeah,
I'll
put him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
If you guys aren't sure who Rogan is, you want to pull up a clip of Rogan?
Yeah, let me just make sure we all know who
Hey
Joe Rogan
Jamie, I mean
is.
Fluff. You want to pull up a clip of Rogan?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it almost ruined my day when I had that. It was so bad, dude. Like I just touched it a
That's
little
a
bit
day
to my
ruiner, right?
tongue,
Yeah.
and like my whole tongue went numb. I was like underneath the sink the whole time.
My disappointment
bad.
is immeasurable, and my day has been ruined.
Yeah. Well, speaking of ruined, I feel like we haven't
Yeah,
fixed anything with our border yet.
No,
But
and I'm done with the doom and gloom. I've got a
yeah.
Odie cream pie.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good now.
You're floating on air now. But yeah, I think we don't have a choice now. So it is what it is, and people are here, and as always, America will land on its feet, for better or worse, you know. And who knows? Maybe this is the best thing that's ever happened to the United States. And
We'll see how it
anybody
plays
who
out.
thinks that it's crazy, you know. You just put an Odie cream. I'm taking a bite, dude. I wanted to bite of that so bad, and you had it in my camera all the
Yeah,
time.
the whole time it's been in the shot.
You just like,
Yeah, exactly. He's big chilling. Taking up two
God
screens
damn,
of his Odie cream
yeah,
pie.
man.
We all know the real star of the podcast right here.
The oatmeal cream. Just sit it over there. Be our guest. Just keep taking bites out of it. His camera keeps switching back. It's smaller.
So
What
You know what? let's go with something happier. We got a little list of
Yo,
all the shit we're talking about,
farts.
right? Hang on. Now, we'll get back to that. I want to know what this is right here. It says, I've McFucking had it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay,
So,
so
the border.
yeah. So this is just you guys both know both of my like meal. Anytime I order food, it's complicated. I have
Very
to switch
picky.
something. I have to get something without something on it. So the other day it was late as hell. I'd messed up and like fallen asleep midday, and then like woke up at like 9 or 10, like just like total degenerate stuff. And I was like, I just need something, so I ordered McDonald's. I always get my burgers with no onions on them. Recently, I found that they just don't put enough mustard on the burgers, so I was like, okay, let me get no onions, extra mustard. Realistically, not that big a deal. Not the hardest burger you've ever made in your life. You just extra little squirt of mustard, don't put some fucking onions on it, like call it a day.
Right.
I feel as if I was personally slighted by the person who made the burgers.
Did you get a cookie in your McDouble?
I didn't. It was so you guys have eaten McDonald's burgers with the onions on them, right?
Yeah.
You've only ever had them with the condiments. The onions are only ever on the top layer of the burger.
Yeah.
It's from bun, onions, mustard, ketchup, pickles, cheese, burger, whatever, right? That's the order.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I ordered a burger with no onions and extra mustard, this guy he must have been hurt. I don't know who
Who hurt you?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him earlier on in the day. I don't know why at 10 o'clock he decided to just take out all his frustrations on me. But I get the burger. I can smell the onions already. I'm like, okay, whatever. A couple make it on there every once in a while. Every time I order this, I always inspect it anyway just to make sure. So I pull the top thing. No onions. I was like, oh, wow. They actually got me good.
Yeah.
I take a bite. Immediately, I am met with the disgusting taste of onions. Just horrendous. Crunch bit. Oh, God, it's so gross. I cannot stand it. So I'm like, okay, obviously I must have missed something. Let me take a second look. So I take the top one off again. I'm like, literally, I took a fry. I'm sifting through the mustard
All your
and ketchup
condiments.
on the burger to make sure there's none in there. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, what happened? I flipped the burger over, a little sprinkling on the bottom bun. I was like, oh, this guy went and switched up the whole order of burger construction on me because I've upset him. Fine. I scrape off all the onions. I'm a little heated. Don't get me wrong. I'm not happy. But it's whatever. There's no cheese down there. I could just scrape them off, call it a day. I put my beautiful sandwich back together. I take a nice big ol' extra bite. And I'm met with the same fucking flavor. I am confused. I have no idea what's going on at this point. I have triple checked this burger. At this point, I'm full crazy mode.
Yeah,
What's
like,
wrong
I'm
with this
insane.
burger? Am I? Yeah, exactly.
being
Am I
frank.
insane? Am I just assuming
Might
there's
be
onions on
pumped.
this burger?
Yeah.
I split the patties. This motherfucker sewed them into my burger cheese. On the second patty.
God, I didn't know you could even do that.
You're not supposed to. I don't know what the rules are, but that goes against. There was 2 layers of onions. Never has that happened, and they're not the 2 layers. Like wasn't the top. He caught me. He caught me slipping hard. He's like, he's gonna check the top where we always put the onions. I'm gonna get this
And there will
motherfucker.
be no
and then
onions.
he's like, then he's gonna see the bottom and scrape those off. There's no cheese down there. I
Oh
was
my
fine.
God.
The next layer was the cheese and burger layer. And that was where all these onions were jam-packed and just I
Embedded in
stopped
the
eating it. I
cheese.
stopped. I was so mad.
Jesus.
So I went right to bed. I finished my meal and just went right to bed. I was and I didn't even go right to bed. I've McFucking had it in the notes
Oh my God.
for what we're going to talk about because I was so mad. McDonald's better count their McFucking days. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, so these are the real American problems.
I'm sorry for the volume, but I was heated.
Oh, I can guarantee this. The volume's gonna be whacked on this one because these new
Yeah.
chairs we got, great. But I've been sitting like
yeah,
this,
you get real comfy.
away from the mic.
Yeah, I think like getting mics that like move with us.
Yeah,
would be
if
nice.
I just kind of
Yeah, those little arm jobbies.
Yeah, the arm job
yeah.
is probably where we should go on.
Boom
But, dude,
mics.
I don't even
You
think.
can go OG and just hand mic it like a reporter.
Yeah.
just big chilling back here like this.
I mean,
I've seen
honestly,
it. I
like,
watch podcasts like it all the time.
That
People
is
do it.
true.
Yeah,
There's
but if
no
we go,
professionalism in podcasting.
I can hear this is gonna be loud. But
Hey, let
if
me-
we go like another 3.5 hour podcast, I'm gonna get real
for
tired
sure, for
holding
sure.
this thing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you gotta set it on the gut. You know.
I don't have a gut.
Rested.
Nah, but just put it where that gut is, where it would be. Maybe
I could definitely do that.
Maybe we'll just like get you like a like one of those little
give me a-
pregnancy weights.
Yeah, give me a pillow or something to just shove in my shirt.
I've seen the overalls with the pocket right here in the center.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could I've seen people stick their beers in there. You could obviously stick a mic in there.
The compressor. We never did figure out if that worked right.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that it probably doesn't.
You have it cranked all the way up. If I get it in here, is that? I don't know.
Try it again.
So we'll see if that makes a difference if I'm up here. I mean, I can't visually see too much, but we'll see what it sounds like in post.
People. This is podcasting.
Oh yeah, do some ASMR. This is what the people want to see. This is content.
Viewer engagement all-time high.
Yeah.
I apologize for using headphones. I've just blown your speakers out.
What do we got here?
What else do we got? We got a lot of stuff.
We got Mayor.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm done talking about the board. I've said my piece.
Yeah, I think we have. done our piece.
So where does that put us now? Oh yeah, I said I said we get back to your P farts. Where were you going with that?
Oh, dude, I just jotted that down because I mean, yeah, you ever been taking a piss?
Definitely Google that.
Yeah. You ever been just taking a piss and you fart in the middle of taking a pee? Dude, how great's that? Dude, that's fucking. It's the best.
I mean, so
no. Dude, I get real relaxed and like you're peeing and just. You know,
does that disrupt the flow? You ever missed because of it?
No shot, dude.
Okay.
No. Dude, you hit a.
There's a lot of movement involved in it.
No,
well, I mean, I did that for just like the view.
What, I mean,
yeah.
But it doesn't disrupt the flow unless I'm worried about it's a fart that I can't trust.
Yeah, then we're not relaxed.
Then you pull the stop.
Then we're not relaxed. Yeah, I'm saying like, dude, you're so relaxed.
You pump the brakes on it.
Piss, you just let one out, and it's so good. You can't recreate that. Is all. I was thinking that in my head. I was like, you can't recreate that. And I would like, if of all things, like I would miss that if it was gone.
Is this an exclusively male experience?
I doubt it.
Ladies, we need answers.
I doubt it. Yeah. The R&D.
Just go call Holly. Right
Yeah.
Bring her down here.
Yeah, just fill out this survey. At the end of the survey has a tip. That's another one. Did we talk about tipping? The new electronic tipping.
How
crazy.
Did we talk about that?
I don't remember. I think we may have because, well, I don't know.
We talked about a lot of shit in the Christmas
podcast.
podcast.
Wanted to.
I don't think so, but we'll probably talk about it again
because I've experienced it the worst time, like when I was at a music festival. And if I've talked about this, I do apologize. But when I was at Elements Music Festival was when I've seen it the worst. 2023 Elements Music Festival was July or something. When you go there, it's a music festival, like a rave. There are a lot of people who are on illicit substances and don't exactly have the brightest cognitive ability at the moment. But you need your chicken tendies no matter what, so you're going to go get them. So you go up to these tipping things, and I'm okay with a 10, 15, 20, and then an other button. However, every single one of these was 20, 22, 25%, and the other was this super, super tiny, predatory little click thing that you had to click, and then you had to select money because you could type in percentage was the first thing, which is way confusing if you're not really with it.
Yeah.
So then you got to click on the money one with however much dollars and cents you want to put in there, and I'm just like, dude, you're getting $1. You pulled something out of a cooler, like for smoothies especially. They were pulling them out of the cooler and handing them to me.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you 20% of a $10
my tip is
smoothie.
Getting out of line.
Yeah. So it seemed awful predatory at this festival to have such high tipping as the base.
Yeah.
And then to hide the other selection.
Well, it's just, I think the main thing for me is that like it's just crazy how such an innocent thing, it had such a huge effect because it's not about tipping. It's about someone asking you to tip. Mm-hmm. That just creates a totally different scenario where like now you're obligated to tip.
I saw this skit, beautiful skit that really puts this like perfectly. It's a guy playing two different characters. And he's just like, pretending to do some sort of transaction, and then the cashier pulls up the pads like, all right, and it's just going to ask you for a tip here, and the guy who's being the customer also pulls up a pad. He's like, yeah, and starts like mirroring him.
The
like,
same.
Yep, he's going to ask you for a tip, and you click what you want, and the cashier's like, what's going on? He's like, I'm asking for a tip. He's like, but I'm providing the service. He's like, and I'm providing
the second half.
The cash in this 50-50 transaction going on here. he's like, well, you can just select no. And he's like, you can select no.
Yeah.
They're just kind of staring at
It's
each
like,
other.
do you
and
see
he's just
that?
like,
Do you feel it?
do you feel that?
Yeah, dude. Oh. And that's it,
feel
man.
that?
Yeah, that's it. It's crazy.
No, it is predatory because you feel pressure
Yeah.
to do it.
And it's nice, like, when it is solely your option, like, where it's more like it's all in your control whether or not you tip, and then, like, you, like, kind of, like, have the opportunity to almost surprise someone with a tip, as opposed to, like, being like, yeah, everybody tips, so how much do you want to tip? And then now it's
on
like,
top of that,
God.
especially if you tip on, like, in a place where traditionally you're not usually obligated to tip, then it's really like a surprise thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, if, like, you just, like, buy something from someone at a cash register.
Yeah, especially if it's like a little mom and pop shop or something.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
What I find that's pretty weird is other cultures, tipping is seen as like a disrespectful thing to do.
Yeah.
So like if you go to another country or whatever, you get your meal or whatever, and then you tip afterwards.
Yeah.
They see that as like a disrespect. It's like, I didn't know. It's like so ingrained in our culture. It's like I had no idea.
I think it comes up as like a you think you make that much more money than me, like I can't.
Yeah, or we don't pay our people enough to work here.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. But, like, and then here it is actually that fact.
That is what it is. You don't pay your people enough to work here. I have to cover a portion of that.
If you talk to enough servers, you'll find a surprising amount of people that don't want to get rid of tipping because they make a killing on tipping, like especially like bartenders and or people who work in like really high-end restaurants.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with flat rate. Like,
yeah,
as much as I'd love to get rid of flat rate, there are times where I'm like, nah, we're not getting rid of this.
Yeah, I made 70 hours this week. Never mind the 5 other weeks preceding this where I made like 30.
Yeah, no, like the tipping thing's weird, and I feel like I don't ever, like, there's very rare times where, like, I'm just like, nah, like, they get me. Like, I have, like,
well, I always get worried, like, are they gonna spit in my food now or something?
Oh yeah. Well, if it's food, bro, oh yeah, for sure. And, like, if they're, like, legit making your food, like, I feel like, tip. But like you were saying, it's like you just reach into a cooler. Like, I went out and picked out something out of your store, and now you're ringing it up for me. It's like, we do this stuff too. Like, I'm just as certified.
Let me hop back there and see if I tip myself.
Yeah. Could I get up there and get a tip? Yeah. Another insensitive touch.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah. But pee farts.
Is that as satisfying as the pea shiver?
Oh, those are good.
I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Yeah. You get, like, you have the pee so bad, you're like, oh god, oh, fuck. Yeah, those are good. That's a good one. Shit yourself lately?
Just to get out of work.
Dude, my best excuse.
You don't want to go to work today? Shit your pants. What
I
are you gonna do?
You called me so off guard at work, and you said that like with the most serious tone. I was like, "Did you just?" And you were like, "They can't keep you." What are you gonna do? Stay at work with shit in your pants? I mean, it's pretty valid.
Yep. Top tip: you want to go home? Just shit your pants.
Yeah. There's your tidbit of the day. What else? Little bars you got up here?
Bars.
Got some bars up here?
Man, we went on a lot of tangents.
Yeah, we
you have
sure
a lot
did.
of
Oh my
extra
God.
tabs open.
Where were we?
How do we start out? How do we start this thing?
I have no idea.
Where are the older tabs? Oh, they're back here. These are the ones I wanted to get to. This one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what is this?
Ash conformity experiments.
I think you
This
were
is
the
the
one that put
Ash
this in there,
experiment.
Keith.
Ah, shit! I did this.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Suggestibility.
Yeah, it's about conformity. Like if you put in a group of people and then throw in an actor to eventually stir the pot enough, everybody will come around to said actor. Shift preferences.
Yeah,
in
but I
adult
wonder what I
subjects.
was referencing. Like, there was something else I was referencing this with. Shame on me. How did I forget? They have, like, a good generic definition of this.
They have a very long, dry
yeah, it's a
definition
very.
that I'm trying to read through.
This is, Yeah, that's rough.
We should probably just do reading like this outside of the podcast and come back when we know what the hell we're talking about.
How about a video?
A video. Let's see.
But I do get. I think I get like the. Yeah, if you go back and just see if. Yeah, because I think that. Yeah, that one. There's that one to the left. Go back up there. That old one. Back up.
Oh wait,
sorry.
is this where like they have an obviously wrong answer and the one
Yes.
actor is
Yeah,
very
it's this
confident
far left hand
that the wrong answer is the correct answer,
It's all coming back to me.
and then people start
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude,
believing
this
it.
is good.
Oh yeah, I have seen
There's
this.
some audio on that.
I don't know how.
FN. You have to press FN.
What he doesn't know is that the other participants are actors, and he's the only person taking part in the real test, which is actually about group conformity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The experiment you will be taking part in today involves the perception of line length. Your task will be simply to look at the line here on the left and indicate which of the three lines
turn
on
up
the
a little
right
bit.
is equal to it in length. So, for example,
The actors have been told to match the wrong lines. The volunteer will be monitored to see if he gives the correct answer or if he goes along with the opinion of the group and gives the wrong answer.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
In the
Yeah.
first
So how much you
test, the
think of this is going on today?
One.
This plays into that monkeys climbing the ladder for the banana experiment. You ever heard of that one?
I think so. Yeah.
You get you put a bunch of monkeys in a cage with a ladder and there's a banana on top of it.
the correct answer.
Whenever a monkey tries to climb the ladder, everybody gets sprayed, everybody gets like hurt or something. So then eventually all the monkeys fight whoever goes to go up there so
Yeah.
that they don't get sprayed. And then eventually you start replacing all of the monkeys with new monkeys that haven't seen that, and they all pick it up without ever knowing what happens if I
When
climb
that
the ladder.
happens.
Why
Yep.
are these guys beating my ass if I climb this
Everyone
ladder?
beats my ass if I climb the ladder.
Yeah.
Not
don't
gonna
know
call
why,
it.
but-
Yeah, I'm not climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
And if someone does, I'm beating his ass.
Yeah. So this is interesting.
Hey, you don't
So,
want to
like-
thinking you're crazy.
Yeah. So this is just like peer pressure.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
yeah.
Like peer not being like the
You know what?
loser that gets the answer
I
right.
actually do wonder because nowadays as a society we do push individuality a lot stronger.
Yes.
If the results would be different.
Ah, that's fair. Because this is I don't know when this experiment exactly was done or posted. It says 2008.
Well, that was
but that's
posted
clearly
2008,
not
but
from
yeah, that was
2008.
probably
That's
like
footage from like the
the
70s.
60s. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good call actually. Because I do believe that there is a lot of individuality in today's.
Yeah.
Well, it gets
Like-
pushed a lot.
Yeah,
harder.
yeah.
Yeah.
People would want to be like, no, I mean, of course not. What are you, these guys are stupid.
What are you, dumb?
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about we were talking about Biden earlier. The dude that hit his security detail
yeah.
truck. There's it's a pretty funny video. Just the sound of a car hitting another car is just worth it. There's something like that's another sound that's just crazy.
God, good luck finding just a clip of that without like.
I'm gonna have to scroll through and
Yeah.
just show me. Oh, yikes.
But yeah, of course, it's always like somebody talking about it.
Yeah, it's always a news broadcast or something. Here, let me just see if I can find a clip.
You usually tell by like the length.
40 seconds, 30 seconds.
Watch the moment a car collides.
this
Yep.
one.
Yeah, there we go. Ah, we missed it. Or run it back.
Get in the
They're
car.
like, come on,
Yep,
come on,
yep,
Mr.
yep,
President.
let's go.
Get in the car.
We out.
I don't see any guns.
Look at that hustle button.
Just sliding his feet across the floor. I'll get there. Can you imagine being that unlucky of a dude?
Oh my God.
Like how
Well,
fucked
I mean,
up.
he was drunk, so
I know, but
that's
I mean,
not
how
really
fucked up.
unlucky.
Worst time to
I know,
be a
but I
drunk
mean,
driver.
there's probably some fellas on the road out there, you know, and like, but that dude of all the cars,
To hit.
And that was in Wilmington.
Yeah, you hit the presidential motorcade.
Yeah, Wilmington, Delaware.
Safe but visibly startled.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Wild.
I mean, you would be.
He's a big hat wearer, too. He's big on the hats.
Big hat guy.
He's
Big
incognito
hat guy.
MCU style.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's just a Marvel secret superhero. You put the aviators on and the hat. And just, Captain
the
America
Superman
got
zoom
around.
in.
Yeah. You'll never notice it's him.
Yeah, it's all them doubles. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then Biden's dog, Commander, bites service. Oh, it's right there.
How many people has that dog bit?
I don't know.
I'm
What's
sure
the
this'll
deal
tell
with that?
us.
Do they all get dogs, or is this like his personal decision?
What do you mean?
Do they all get dogs, or like? The president doesn't like get dogs, do they?
No, but
He just has one.
I think
and it's a
every
dick?
president except Trump has had a pet. And It's
Oh.
just kind of almost become like an expected tradition.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, in more modern times, usually that pet's a dog. But like, we've had a couple presidents that had like a pet raccoon.
Dude, sick.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of attention on Commander the dog. Lots of issues in Washington.
Excuse me.
Oh, I don't want to hear this late talk. This is dumb. I just want to see him bite somebody or something.
There's not going to be a video of it. I just want to hear them say how
I just didn't know if it was like an
times.
on-camera kind of thing.
No,
It's all
Nah, I
good.
doubt it.
All right. We can shut it off. Well, yeah, so Adrian, how about that? So a couple like Tesla topics. So that robot attacked a person.
Yeah, I
The
don't
assembly
think it
line?
actually attacked someone. I think it just kind of went haywire and might have hit someone.
Yeah, I think what I just read a little bit of an article. Like somebody was working on it, and they had it in like an off mode, and then while they were working on it, it turned on and just went to
Man, that
went
is
to
a
work.
clickbait ass title
Yeah,
if I've ever
violent
seen. When Tesla
malfunction.
robot attacks in all caps
Yeah.
an engineer at company's Texas factory during violent malfunction, leaving trail of blood and forcing workers to hit emergency shutdown button. Like,
Yeah.
bro, the thing probably glitched out, smacked someone, they were bleeding,
Yeah.
and they shut it down.
Like it nicked him, dude.
Open wound on his left hand.
Yeah, open wound. Like,
Violent
dude,
attack.
It nicked him. Like that was
what?
it, dude. Yes, that was honestly like you just nailed the part that I wanted to talk about. Was just that the whole thing was clickbait.
I mean, because it's Tesla,
I know people
like it's
people
got to be
hate
the
it.
craziest thing in the world.
I know, dude. People hate it.
Yeah, Tesla panel gaps. Oh god, the cars are shit. They're falling apart.
Yeah. Well, speaking of cars being shit, apparently the Cybertruck's not so good off road.
So I've seen those videos.
Yeah.
They might need to update like the
Traction
control like logic. The other thing that's got going against it is it's fucking heavy.
Yeah.
But it's an electric car or electric vehicle.
How
They're
heavy
all
is it in comparison to a 2500? It's not.
I know it's not as heavy as
far.
the Hummer. The Hummer's like 9,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But
Dude, so then it's not. It can't be far off from like an
I think they're like
F250.
7, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So that's the same as an
But
F250.
I think
6,800.
yeah, 7,
Yeah.
close enough.
So how about a Ford F250?
But I think the other issue that they've got going is
I
the
don't think they're all
ones
that heavy.
that I've seen, the videos, they didn't have the mud tires because you can get them with regular like all-season tires, and even then, mud tires aren't exactly snow tires.
I think 85.
Type curb weight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
76
So
at
the
the high
same.
end.
Pretty much the same. Yeah. I think that even like without those tires though, like some of the videos that I've seen, like it's still.
Yeah, I've got three aspects of this thing going to it. Poorly programmed traction control.
Yeah.
And with this being a Tesla, if they figure it out, they can update it without you even having to take the car in.
Yeah.
Tires, and the type of drivers who buy a Cybertruck, I don't think are well versed in driving
Dude,
off-road.
the one I saw was just like a pretty small hill with snow, and it was just like kind of just stuck.
I know what video you're
grip.
talking
Yeah.
about, but it was also like deep snow
Something else was driving right past it.
on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was off here trying to get up.
And he was going uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also that.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. But that's definitely got good tires on it. It's
Might.
got a Christmas tree.
No, it doesn't look like it has the right size tires.
Yeah, those don't look like the full size like off-road tires.
Well, why the fuck do
Oh,
they
maybe
have?
they are.
Well, here's the other thing that I want to say. How many F-250s, Silverado 2500s, and Dodge Ram 2500s get stuck off-road?
A lot. Oh yeah. a lot.
It's just because
But I mean,
it's the Cybertruck. So
yeah,
people
but
get a
if
video.
you
of it,
see
they're like,
F-250s and shit like doing,
all season tires.
yeah,
Yeah. So
Oh, so what didn't have the big 35?
Yeah.
and that's that particular video. That's a release candidate.
that's a
not
pretty
the final
tiny
production.
tire.
The production version of the Cybertruck with finished software and the proper all-terrain tires should be an amazing off-road.
So again, because it's a Tesla, it's under a spotlight.
Yeah, it
and
definitely
He
needed
did end the video
tires.
by saying, with the actual production model
Yeah.
and the right tires, this thing
And
should be a
and
monster.
it said like an update, like you were saying, that there's
Yeah.
probably some more updates
Yeah.
going on with traction control and just getting better. Which that's the other thing too. Like I think my point is like I'm very quick to talk shit on it. It's brand new. It's brand new.
Well,
It's the
everyone's
first
very
one.
quick to talk shit on
Yeah.
because one, it's brand new, and two, it's the Tesla
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
So that's
so
what we
it's-
do. We talk shit on it. You know what I mean?
It's under a microscope.
Of course.
I've seen this video as well. Again, this one doesn't say it, but this was before they were released. This is
But
another
that
release
looks
candidate.
that looks intense, dude.
Yeah, this hill does look quite ridiculous.
Oh,
Although
but
Rivian-
now they're kind of showing the Rivian doing pretty good though.
Well, the Tesla, if you look, is also just kind of coming on up.
God, I hate when people just
Yeah,
want to
sorry, I
talk.
don't care about this guy's opinion.
I know. I can't stand it. Everybody just gets
Yeah,
on there.
listen
and
to
just starts
our
talking.
opinion, not
Yeah.
that guy's.
No, because like no, like it's literally the very opposite. People came here to like hear us talk, and then this is a video we came
They
to
don't want
watch
to hear us
something.
talk of somebody else talking.
Yeah,
they can do that on
yeah,
their
yeah.
own.
But oh, dude, have you heard of the F-250? The brand new F-250 now has a trail brake or a trail turn. You want to try to look that up, Fluff?
Is that the same one that's on the Bronco where it'll break like the inside rear wheel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, on the F-250.
Not trailer brake, trail
Yeah.
brake.
Just try.
Although you
try a
wrote trial
video.
brake.
Oh, I did.
But is it the one that's in the Bronco?
I mean, I don't know exactly.
'Cause all we're gonna
just
find is
go
trailer
to, go to
brakes.
video.
All we're gonna find is trailer brake because
Yeah.
it's an F-250.
Do like off-road brake.
I did.
Just keep trying different things. But yeah, dude. So it locks up that one wheel, and the idea is that it's supposed to like drag it around the turn.
They introduced that on the Bronco.
Yeah. Well, I bet that it's probably fine on the Bronco, but on the F-250, it literally sounds like it's coming apart. Like it's just metallic metal sounds. It's terrible.
Look up the Bronco trail brake. And maybe we can
I think we're
branch
calling
off
it
to
the
that.
wrong thing.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's trailer brake.
Trail
They
turn
keep calling-
assist.
There you go.
Turn
trail
assist.
I figured
That's what I said
we
the
get
first time. No, I'm just kidding.
we get closer, looking up the Bronco than we would.
Yeah.
So then let's go to the F-250 one then. I mean, I guess we might as well just watch this. Oh, it just
Yeah,
digs that wheel.
It
in.
drags the inside wheel.
Yeah, but see, like it's little and it's fine. Oh, it looks like it does both wheels on the inside.
No,
it's
just the back.
I think the front was locked up for a second.
Trail turn assist.
Yeah.
The F-20.
Yeah, this is the
Tremor.
video I saw, dude. It's so bad. Get some audio. She's like, this is what it was like the first time. Thanks, lady.
Ooh.
Jesus. Oh no.
Oh, okay. That's what it sounds like with like ABS or something.
That's the brakes slipping.
slipping.
That's
Yeah.
what that is. But
I mean, I guess.
on a truck that
It's a
long, I
long
don't think
truck,
it
yeah.
helps. Like it really doesn't seem to be.
It's doing a little bit.
You hear it though?
Yeah, it's because it's turning.
Listen.
It is helping.
Oh, it definitely helps. It works. I mean, like the idea is really is like physics. It totally works.
But you are just
But
fucking the
boy,
ground
I mean,
up for the
yeah.
next
That
guy.
rear diff
that's what I'm saying.
has to be fully open, and that is hell on that differential.
That's what I'm saying. Though. It's like just, I mean, we all trust by the F-250 for sure, which I did do. I fell down a rabbit hole of looking up F-250, like the Power Stroke in the Tremor edition versus with a Carly lift kit and versus a Raptor, and I'm kind of tight. But they're both the same price, if not the F250 being cheaper with the Carly lift kit. Because now we're comparing it to the F250 that has the V8 or the Raptor that has a V8. Is there like more power?
About getting an F250 diesel though?
Yes. Yeah. Because they're fast as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're pretty close. The 0 to 60 times are off by like 0.3 of a second. It's crazy. And I think it's actually might be faster than the V6. If not, it's like even closer with the V6. Raptor versus F250. Like these diesels, we talked about this. It's just ridiculous. They had
1,000 horse or 1,000 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, we were talking about like the Chevy and Ford just kind of just
one-upping each other. Yeah. Getting into a numbers war.
Yeah, and like Chevy came out with a faster one after Ford had
already released theirs, so they flashed it. Like, no, we're faster.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that petty rivalry shit.
Yeah, speaking of Ford, so I just heard that if you want the Mustang, what's it, the GTD, like the GT3 version, like the road legal one, to be able to be eligible to buy one, you have to have already owned 2 Mustangs and a Shelby, or Ford GT.
I was about to say it better be the Ford GT.
Yeah.
Like if you've bought a Ford GT but never bought a Mustang,
and
you're gonna like say that I'm not eligible to buy a GTD.
Yeah. So you have to have already had, you have to buy 2 Mustangs and a Shelby, or I think
just a Ford GT.
Or no, like you have to have those 2. You can't just go right to a Shelby and then be like eligible. You have to buy these 2 and have already owned a Shelby. And they had another version. I don't know if it was like, whatever other like version, but or have already had a Ford GT. I was like, damn, fuck.
I mean, I hate it, but I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that same shit Ferrari does, and that kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth because I just love the things that Ferrari makes, hate Ferrari as a brand.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I mean, I guess, like, if you're the person who, like, created this, like, masterpiece, and I don't want to even compare it to, like, like the SRT Challenger or Charger, but, like, in that same sense, like, and just watching, no offense to anyone, I get it, it's awesome, more power to you, but just watching one of those guys, like, just swing it through a sideshow and just wreck it, like, they're like, no, man, like, this is a competition car, street legal. This is for,
first
like,
off, the price makes it a collector's item to begin with.
Yeah.
So most people who buy that are probably just going to park it.
Probably. But, I mean, I get what you're saying. I see that. Realistically, that probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. But, yeah, I guess. But, still, I thought it was, like, just kind of a neat thing.
Besides, if I make something that I am extremely proud of and I sell it, as long as you're not doing something that, like,
you don't give a fuck,
defames me, like, do what you want.
Yeah, go wreck it. No, I feel that too. Yeah. And I read this other thing. Was it Jim? Who's the owner of Ford now?
The CEO?
Yeah,
Jim Farley.
Jim Farley. Yeah, it was an interview with him, and he was talking about that Mustang and that they're going to be racing, I think, in like 6 different countries this year.
Well, yeah,
like on like any given weekend, they're doing a lot. And I think they're going to be the only ones this year, 2024, that are going to be producing a V8 in like a sports car. I don't think anyone else is. I think everyone else dropped out.
That GTD, well, actually, the official class I think is like GT3 or something.
It's GT3, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same class that the Corvette runs in.
Yeah.
And that's definitely got a V8.
Yeah, true. They didn't stop it, right? Not that we know.
I don't think so. Corvette's been going strong since like the C5.
Yeah.
And like Le Mans, like actually dominating.
Yeah.
So I don't think Chevy's gonna kill that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I forget like that. I don't have any like quote from the actual article, but it was cool to like see him be like.
Well, Jim Farley recently said that they're committed to V8 Mustangs.
Yeah,
like the Camaro died, the Challenger's dead, the Charger's coming back as an electric or a straight 6 turbo. But Jim Farley's like Mustang's gonna be V8 until we are literally not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that was a kind of part of it too. It's just cool to like these days to like hear people like the CEO of a giant company.
If we're the only one on the planet making a V8 affordable sports car for everyone in the world, so be it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That is pretty tough.
That's pretty tough.
That's a hard line.
Tough. Like today, like it's so tough, dude. Like, because there's so much electric vehicle things going on that, like, and again, like, I'm not against them.
Yeah, I don't hate them. In fact, I'm interested in a lot of them.
But at the same time, like,
there's a reason why, like, I own a 62 Buick.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the death of the combustion engine just...
It'll be sad.
Yeah, it's bleak, but, yeah. Yeah, it definitely makes you want to buy something cool. I'll get there. Get there some point.
Yeah. The Nissan Frontier and the work van.
Yeah.
It's not really doing much for getting the blood pumping, is it?
Yeah. Dude, so also, like, I wanted to cover some of the stuff that we missed. I know we missed some stuff, but how about
I don't like that face you're making.
I thought there was the Jewish temple.
The Jewish tunnels in New York. I know Fluff really wanted to talk about that.
I didn't want to talk
guy
about it.
just talking about.
I found it very interesting.
Yeah, that some guy's like, he's like, I hear Jews underneath of me, and I'm on the first floor.
Now that, unfortunately, if you're talking about the ones that I've heard, that was proven to be fake.
Well,
it sucks because that was hilarious.
Okay,
like, I hear angry Yiddish in my basement.
That's still fucking funny.
I just thought it was interesting because with
synagogue.
all the things going around about the Jewish culture or anything, this was a horrendous thing to pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's already
and like what are they trying to do? Like expand the church, or were they like, kind of worried about it?
There's a couple different stories. I heard one. It was like two sects of the Hasidic Jews in that like area.
Yeah.
There's a more extremist group of younger ones that wanted to expand and didn't want to get the approval, so to speak.
The permits and all that.
Yeah, so they just kind of did it. And then I don't know how they ended up getting caught. There was something about a cement truck being involved.
Yeah, I think that's when they got caught. I think they got caught.
That's the going narrative.
Yeah, I think they got caught, and then they showed up with a cement truck to like fill it in. And like the video we saw was like them already caught. They've already been caught and subpoenaed probably.
They were caught,
but then they were like, "Hey, we're gonna be here to fill it the fuck in." And then they were like, "No, you can't fill it in." And the people were like still down there to like kind of protest. Is it like, "Well, fill it in. We're still down here," you know?
Is that the skit you were talking about, living above the Jewish tunnel?
Yes, this is the skit. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but I guess like with the idea, like they just wanted to expand the church and they thought it'd just go underground.
Well,
because like
there's so much going around. Like I don't know what's actual like fact, but like I've heard like it was started in like during COVID lockdown so that they could get to the synagogue since they were not allowed for a while.
Oh shit!
They're like,
so
oh, you can't gather to worship and all that. So like, well, fuck it, we're gonna dig tunnels and get there without like getting
being
caught.
Seen.
But like, who really knows?
Yeah,
because.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Dude, but it looks like they were.
This was the craziest part. When they were pulling people out of the hole and arresting them, the rest of like the congregation or whatever erupted in a riot, and it was like I watched a dude throw a whole pew. Like it was insane.
I know. There's like one dude.
Go back up.
Oh yeah.
That down. The reason for the fight, an underground tunnel. New York Police Department was called to the
Chabad
Ludovich World Headquarters in the Crown Heights neighborhood of Brooklyn on Monday after a group of young students attempted to stop construction workers from sealing off a hidden passageway recently discovered under the synagogue. So there's your cement truck.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the one that's a little. This one's a little not good.
You need to scroll down a little farther. We're missing the bottom half of that screen.
Like them pulling the mattresses and things like that out of there. And then a bunch of people were like, there were no mattresses down there. And I'm like, no.
Oh, they like trying to cover it up?
No, they're pulling these out of. These were mattresses in the tunnels.
But it looks like it's like people from the synagogue that are doing that.
I think they had already pulled them out, and I don't know what they're fighting with them with.
That's the thing. Like I have so little context for what's going on in any of these videos that have been coming out.
I think they were trying to like kind of cover themselves up. Yeah, I think they had like stuff down there that showed evidence that they did those tunnels, and they were trying to pull everything out. But then when they got there to fill it up, then that's when they were like, "Yo, no, get out of here." Yeah.
Oh, do you think they took it down?
Because like, these are secret tunnels. Why are they filming?
Secret tunnel. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the dealio is per se. I just know it's an interesting. I would not have put this on my 2024 bingo card. I don't think you guys.
No, secret Jewish tunnels
Secret Jewish tunnels
under
was
the
not.
synagogue in New York.
Yeah, and like it's surprising. Like they went like underneath the street.
Well,
right?
it links up with like the New York underground tunnel system, from what I understand, which is like that's a massive network of caves and all kinds of stuff that was used previously, I believe, but less in use now, obviously. But
it's funny too. Like Chicago has a really crazy underground network. You ever heard of that? So they have like we did that one podcast where we talked about them having to raise the whole city to lay the like sewer lines and stuff and like drainage for yeah. So that was like way back in the day. So like that system was very undersized for like what Chicago grew into, and so you know, like up until like modern day, like they've been plagued by like floods and bad drainage and sanitation and stuff. It's been terrible. So some great like $1 billion project. They dug dude like 100-foot wide tunnels for water, and like they have like the best drainage system now, and like it all like ties in with the water, and there's you know, like sections where they can like store water and be able to reuse water. And yo, is that Kanye on the tunnels? Hold up. Dude.
I think it's just a meme, but
I want to see it. I'm
a
here
reaction
for
to
it.
the meme.
What do you say?
Gotcha.
Oh, excuse me.
He said, "Gotcha."
How do I replay? What's view replies?
Well, you're not scrolling all the way down to the bottom of the video. You got that whole ad bar.
Gotcha.
Oh, Kanye.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
there was a lot of,
Kanye's another crazy one. Yo, transition. Cat Williams. Dog, how
He's
crazy
got a
is
sub
that?
340, baby.
Yeah, dude, this sub 340 is so fucking funny. I don't even know that much about sports, but as soon
it's
as
a 40-yard dash.
yeah,
sub
no, I know that,
3-second
I know, but I don't know how
dash.
fast is fast. Like
that's like
if you
that's
hit me with that,
professional
exactly.
levels.
I will, of course.
I will say, from what I understand, he did back that up with like a 3.4 40-yard dash.
But you see Shannon Sharp's face, and that's when I was
well,
like,
that's
okay, so
that's
whatever
Shannon
number
Sharp.
he said was too fast. There's no way his little ass is moving that fast, dude.
40.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah, because that was something I think he actually ran one, and it was something.
Comedian Cat Williams made a bold prediction on Club Shay.
Oh, Shay Shay brought him back out.
He won a 4.340, a sub 4 if he had the shorts.
Almost 100 years old right now.
Or sub 430, that's what it is.
Right now,
Yeah.
4340 or sub. I can do a 416 if I'm
Oh,
in
that's
short.
Jimmy John's across the street. We can order a sub. Now Shannon Sharp drive like that. Talking about we can order a sub from Jimmy John.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not believing.
Did he say 30-yard?
I think so.
Yeah, I was about to say the world record for 40-yard dash is like 4.22.
Oh my god.
I have video
So here's.
Cat Williams actually running in the Memphis gym, and I also have footage of Isaiah Pacheco, who was a running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, who posted one of the fastest times in the 2022 NFL Combine. So I actually put these videos together so you can see how fast Cat Williams is really running next to an NFL running back. 3, 2, 1.
Nah, dude, his strides ain't nothing compared to that.
As you can clearly see, Cat Williams ran a 4.47, and so did Pacheco a 4.47. in the NFL Combine.
That's
Cat Williams
crazy.
is 52 years old. He definitely
All right, maybe.
I don't know how
So
far he
everybody
ran in
that
that
thought
video.
Cat was capping. Boy, he got
They say that's the 40-yard, you know.
Man, they playing around out here. So you can believe him if you want. When you talk
That's
about
crazy.
Kevin Hart,
But the books thing, I found to be a bit
I did that
egregious.
math immediately.
Yeah, I
Like as soon
found
as
that to be.
I listened to that at work, and
That's
and
what I
I
did.
stopped what I was dude. I stopped what I was doing
3,000
immediately,
books a
and I
year,
like
you're
did
like-
all the division. I was like, bro, that's 10 books a day.
Yeah.
For like, but and that's like being so consistent. There wasn't a single day you missed.
From age
Because if you
3.
missed, that means one of these days you got to do 20.
What is his definition of book?
Yeah,
He was the
because
way
hat
he
in the
put
hat,
it out-
baby.
The way he put it out, it wasn't like a normal little
He said
children's story. These were
encyclopedias.
encyclopedic
He said he read
knowledge.
all of the.
I'm a
full-
fast reader. It took me multiple days to read a 700-page
Yeah, I don't
Stephen
think these
King
were all
book.
700-page books, but I think these were like
You said encyclopedia.
theses.
He
and
did- he
such.
did
Like,
say
they
that he,
were
like,
they were scholarly
memorized
books.
his-
They weren't scholastic books.
Yeah.
Most scholarly books are long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
That's
so,
just,
like,
I don't
I'm-
know. I'm not Cat Williams at 3 years old. I have no idea.
I know. I don't know why. Like, I mean, I don't know why he would say that. I mean, I feel like you could just say that you read a lot of books because, like, for me, like,
That's all it would have
even
taken.
if you did read that many books, like, I'm not more impressed than if you
I
just
would
said
have
you
been
read a
more
lot.
impressed if he was like, I've been reading books since 3. I've read
Yeah.
hundreds, thousands
Yeah.
of books. That is okay.
Yeah, right
thousands of books a year.
Yeah.
Is
From
egregious.
3 to 8. I mean,
Yeah. It's too much.
I-
So,
I-
but like, but dude, it's like little things like that where it's like, yeah, like, did he lie about
he's
everything else?
embellished something. I
Yeah.
guess, but
Yeah. Yeah. But that one, everybody was freaking out because like just
I
kind
haven't
of
actually watched that
it was worth
interview.
it. It's
Like,
it's
what
like a
else
lot
was
of.
he-
So the
talking about
big thing is he
people.
was talking shit on the industry and brought up people like Kevin Hart, Ice Cube, and like all of the Friday movies that he's in, which he didn't produce, but I mean he was so inspiring and so good that he was actually making a lot of the decisions, and he had a huge part in how those Friday movies went because of him. And again, like, I think he's just like not. There was a lot of people that like talked shit on him, and he got there to just kind of clear his name and just kind of tell his side of the story per se. But yeah, Steve Harvey was another one that he talked about. So
P.
like,
Diddy.
really, like Steve Harvey, he was talking shit on because he's saying that like Steve Harvey's not really a stand-up comedian, and that like when he got like the shows and the movies that he has now, he wasn't a stand-up comedian, but he was he was talking shit on Cat, saying that like, you know, because they were in the same comedy like group together, like they like would do stand-up, and he has one special that like no one's ever heard of, you know, and Cat Williams is like, I sell out every show, you know. So I mean, it was really just him, you know, just kind of airing out some dirty laundry,
Yeah, that's what it
and he's just the man. So like, it was easy to watch.
A
You know?
lot of it as well was like the selling your soul thing.
Oh, the
and,
Kevin Hart. Yeah,
Kevin Hart
So
and other Terry Crews.
Yeah.
And like Men in Dresses or
what's funny, he brings up the fact that like all of these people, like you were saying, so like it was like Kevin Hart and Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, all of these like gigantic mega stars who were comedians. He was saying that he's like I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying that somebody not Cat Williams was offered, you know, basically saying that like the Illuminati came to him and who was the other person?
him and Eddie Murphy, or was it Chris Rock?
Kevin Hart. It was Kevin Hart.
Was it Kevin Hart?
Yeah, it was him and Kevin Hart. Because I guess they're kind of in like the same short guy comedian class. They're like, hey, like the Illuminati's taking on a short comedian.
Oh, and then
you too.
Who did you
oh
see?
no,
the
it was
dress?
Ludacris.
It was Ludacris.
It was
yes.
Ludacris.
Because he was gonna have to shave his sideburns.
Yes. Yeah. But he makes a point, which is just either ironic or it's true. But they all get like these sitcoms, and like they'll do like 7 movies that are gonna make them, you know, $10 million,
and then end
each.
up with their nondescript white woman. Or whatever
Yeah,
it
they
was.
all get white women as wives that you
Normal-looking
never
white
hear
women.
of, and you've never do an interview. And he's like, they're plants, like they're just like it's
They're just
like
there to keep
part
them
of
in
the
line.
Illuminati. Yeah. So there's our Illuminati bite.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yeah, no, if you haven't listened to it, it's pretty fun.
It was worth a work listen.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of
It's
goofy. I laughed
crazy
at
that
a
it
couple
blew up,
things.
but it blew up because they're talking about like all these big
It went into
actors.
it, yeah,
and
he spilled the tea.
He spilled the
cat's
tea,
out of the
dude.
bag.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah.
So I mean,
Cat.
like, I guess we could talk about: is he right? Is there an Illuminati?
I mean, I feel like it's
Does
like,
it go that
you
deep
can-
in Hollywood?
I think you can never know, right? Because like it's one of those things where like it's like there's not like one person, you know what I mean? One of those kind of deals where I feel like it's just like a system that's like so deep that
And there
like,
might have been one person.
you know, just like
He definitely did
just
not
like
kill himself in
cartels.
jail.
Ooh, damn. Yo, that is another thing. The Epstein list came out. Can we pull up the Epstein list?
Oh, I'd love to.
Did that come out? I thought it got delayed again.
Fuck yeah, it came out. And yeah, our boy Wheels is on it.
No, that was fake as well.
Stephen Hawking's being on there is the funniest shit. Only because like the memes, like
Yeah,
the
that evidently
memes.
wasn't
I feel
true.
like, don't you think that like they may have lied about that because he's already dead, and that like we were just gonna forget all the other names just because he's on there? Like,
Prince
it's just-
Andrew.
Wait, just a
Clinton,
distraction.
Donald Trump,
Oh,
Hillary
that's not-
Clinton.
he wasn't on there.
John Connolly.
David Copperfield up there doing fucking magic
Stephen
tricks.
Hawking. Michael Jackson, Myron
George
Manson,
Lucas,
Kevin
yeah.
Spacey, George Lucas, Jean
Kate Blanchett. Why? Naomi Campbell, Heidi Klum. I don't think this is the
Dude,
right.
I was
list.
sad to
this
see.
list seems weird.
No, this is it.
This
is
can't
the
be
list. Yeah, dude, I was sad to see Chris Tucker on there.
Yeah, I heard
Go back
that.
up to the top real quick. I want to read like
That's another thing. Cat Williams was talking about with Chris Rock and him being really close with Michael Jackson, and like for whatever you believe about Michael Jackson, better or worse, he called Chris Tucker Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, he would call him. That's what Cat Williams said on that podcast.
I don't remember
I
that
think,
part.
or maybe he was on I think I listened to 2 podcasts with him. But yeah, there's another one he talks about like him calling him Christmas, like Chris Tucker Christmas.
Judges, court staff,
Like
and
he's a
legal
president.
representative are not included.
It's a little weird.
I don't like this list. This list doesn't seem right to me. It's on the Independent. I don't know if that's good or not.
How about the BBC?
You think the BBC is
I don't think so.
non-biased?
No, I think they're pretty biased.
I think
I don't
the
know where to
issue
find-
is this list is literally just anyone who's ever had any association
Yeah.
with Epstein,
Yeah.
whether that's in passing or being on the plane and going to his
No,
island.
I think that's a flight log.
They have had flight logs.
I think that's what that is. Is that means that they've gotten on his plane? That's what the
no,
list is.
I was reading the thing. I don't think that was.
Client list does not
Department
exist.
of Justice. Do you think they?
Oh, the T.
Yeah. Do you guys speak legalese?
Yeah.
Oh, we just got to find the list of
Yeah, I
names.
just want to find.
Yeah. Good luck
names.
with that.
I think it's not going to be like that. I think it's going to be individual and count. Oh no, it's not that long. Summary allegations. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, see victim 3. Yeah, okay.
Ah,
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So I thought that like the list was like the flight logs, or is that what they already
I
released?
think that's 2 lists. I think they have the logs and the list.
Well, I think the list is just like his contacts. So again, like if you're in his phone or something.
Well, I think
for whatever
either
reason.
I think either way, like if you were on his plane, you're in his like phone book per se, or even if you were like at his island. I still don't think any of that like proves anything. Because if I could just give we're just spitballing here. Like my theory is that Jeffrey Epstein probably was like some sort of like CIA plant.
You think he was CIA?
I think so, and I think that because why else would he do this? I mean, unless he was just willing to risk it all for like money and power to
That
just
sounds
be able to
about right.
move people around. But I think
Jeffrey
that
Epstein
he was
contact names revealed.
Yeah, so I think
CBS.
that he was just like the Great Gatsby. You know what I mean? So he was just this party guy, and he was getting all of these like famous and like important people to like come hang out with him. People wanted to hang out with him. He was a nice guy. He like was a social butterfly, and like for whatever reason, people liked him, and so he would have these parties. And I think at those parties, there was times where they would just like pull, you know, like the important person they needed like out of the room where the actual party was going on, and they were like, "Hey, we have a surprise for you," or they did whatever, and like that was like the kid part, and then they were like, "Got a picture, gotcha." Now you're going to report to me and everything I need you to do, all the intel, all the money, all the decisions. Like, you do what I do where I'm showing this.
So I don't think it's necessarily like that.
But it would make a really good movie if it was. Maybe I watch too many movies. That's like, because that's the only thing that like makes sense.
What
to me.
I think happens is when you have so much money and influence and power, you can get whatever you want. When you get whatever you want gets boring, so you start looking for more crazy shit, and that's why we have all these people in like Hollywood and all that who end up coming out as like kid diddlers.
So you think everybody who like went to the island was just there
Not
for like
everyone?
That's what I'm saying.
Probably.
I'm saying the majority of people.
Fucking CIA has Jeffrey Epstein trying to
CIA
ensnare people.
CIA might be a reach. CIA might be a reach.
I genuinely think Epstein was probably a pedophile himself.
But probably. But
he's just a guy with money, power, and influence who has a bunch of powerful, rich friends,
Adrian.
and they all get together.
Yes.
And they indulge in those sick fantasies because they've gotten bored with regular sex. Because they can get it whenever.
You think like some people weren't doing that there? You think some people were?
Well, Jeffrey Epstein was also a businessman.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had like legitimate business to conduct, but if he got in his inner circle...
Okay, so we're on the same page that like the
I'm
whole
just saying
island wasn't just like a
fucking CIA sting.
Okay, but we also, but I mean, I just you dismiss it pretty quickly. But we've had a lot of instances
because I genuinely believe that there are also plenty of fucked up people out there who get too much money and power and let it go to their head.
And do you think the CIA is exempt of that?
I'm saying that the CIA doesn't need to be there for that to happen.
No, but they can make an advantage. They could take advantage of the situation. I mean, look, I will say that obviously, like the CIA having anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein is a little bit out there.
Now, they had something to do with his death, though.
Why? Why would they have something to do with his death if they didn't have anything to do with him in the first place?
No, I don't think it was the CIA. I think it was the Clintons.
I feel like...
Because Bill Clinton's on that list. He was tied to that.
But again, I mean, if they weren't really doing anything, possibly. I mean, Bill Clinton's like the most guilty guy ever, I feel like.
You've seen that painting from Epstein's Island, right?
Exactly. As soon as you walk in the front door, it's right there. But that is my kind of like my other point is like where like I mean what I guess like it could just be the power, you know what I mean? But like I just don't see like show me a direct result of what he could have been doing with all of these celebrities and the advantage directly to him.
Directly to him? Well, like you said, there's an aspect of blackmail.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I just don't see like the how many achievements that Epstein has.
You're telling me you don't see how someone with all that money and influence.
I mean, look, he had a lot of money.
Would coerce, manipulate.
Dude, he had a lot of money, but he wasn't like he's not on
for
Forbes.
His own benefit.
Yeah.
You're saying you don't see that.
What I'm saying is I don't have an example. I don't have an example. Is all I'm saying.
Do you have an example of the CIA being involved directly with his?
Oh, not him, but I mean a million other cases. I mean, the Mansons.
What do you think, Fluff? Where are you at on this?
Midnight Climax. The CIA dosing Johns with LSD.
Where am I at with what? Like, do I think Epstein killed himself? No.
Plant?
Do I think he's a CIA plant?
That's a stretch.
No, I don't know about plant. Scapegoat, maybe. I'm sure
he was a sick fuck.
Yeah, he's definitely a sick fuck.
I think that's kind of all the excuse he needed to do the things that he did.
Yeah, but I don't think you can get that far without having some sort of assistance, so to speak.
Well, I don't know Jeffrey Epstein's entire story. I don't know where he came from, how he got his initial fortune.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure what he did, what his job was.
That's my point.
Well, we can Google that.
Look, you think that this guy was like money? Like, I mean, look, I'm sure, like he wanted money.
If the
and
Kardashians
power.
Can be rich.
Yeah, but they're on Forbes. They're in the limelight. People who want money and power, I guess not always. It's not always true, but a lot of times, like, you know what they do. is what I'm saying. Where like
click on that.
he was so secretive.
Early life.
Yeah, so I mean, he's
Now
just,
career,
career teaching.
banking, financial consulting. Oh, financial consulting and like this is easily just a regular trajectory to money. Go back up. Epstein described his work at this time as being a high-level bounty hunter. He told his friends that he worked sometimes as a consultant for governments and the very wealthy to recover embezzled funds, while at the other times he worked for clients who had embezzled funds. So he was a financial consultant. Towers Financial.
He owned his own firm.
Yeah, financial management firm.
Right. So I mean, like that would also kind of explain how like he does end up in contact with so many celebrities as well, kind of managing money for them. And again, like he was also like just like I said, like he's kind of a Gatsby character. So like I felt like I mean I know the CIA thing's a big jump, but I mean I feel like at the same time the CIA had like I'm sure possibly has turned a new leaf, but they have been caught on many occasions with like CIA plants or like having something to do with a real like life person that's going through life. So like Manson was like is the greatest example, and like there's tons of those.
Yeah, MK Ultra.
Also, yeah, MK Ultra, and obviously like the entire Kennedy administration during that time. Like I mean, was it forgetting the name? What's the name of that? That one that the false flag during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Dude, it's all CIA. So like, I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, obviously the CIA. Yes, Bay of Pigs. Northwoods, another one. Yeah. So again, totally different time. You know, I'm sure most of those people are dead. And again, like the CIA, a great organization. You know what I mean? Bullshit. Just saying, I gotta say it because I'm saying it on air. CIA, I love you. But
the CIA won't fuck you, Keith.
Cover my ass. But they are just human beings, bro. You know what I mean? Like, full of flaws, just like you and I.
No, it's just like the ATF likes to shoot people's dogs.
Exactly. Yeah, huge flaw. I mean, again, like, not a good organization either. But the CIA for sure was involved with all that stuff, and that's like very illegal and very wrong. And no matter what, whether they get away with it or not, the point of the matter is like they were putting that guy back on the streets multiple times after he raped people, after he killed people, robbing, stealing, whatever. And then in lieu of that, like they were testing drugs through him. And you don't think like even like there's even a percentage if you flip the coin enough times that maybe Epstein could have been. Epstein. Or maybe like it wasn't even, and like, dude, how more realistically, it's not like they just came up to Epstein and they were like, you know what you're gonna do for us? They were like, we're gonna put you in jail for life, probably kill you, or you can keep doing all of this stuff that you're doing on the streets, but you were gonna report to us, and we're gonna have complete surveillance over you.
That's kind of where I'm at. I feel it's like that.
So what has the CIA done with that information? Because as far as I can tell, there's still a shitload of kid dealers in Hollywood.
They're not telling you. You know what I mean? They're not telling you and I.
Again, I like to apply Occam's razor. Like the simplest answer is usually the truth.
Yeah. So they're running the ring.
So
CIA is running the child sex ring.
So we've got this whole CIA network, like spy network, where they're surveilling all of the Hollywood elites and politicians. Or Epstein's just a power crazy, twisted motherfucker because absolute power corrupts absolutely. What's simpler?
I don't disagree with that. I just think that there's more nuance to it.
Simple's yeah. I don't think simple's not always like the right answer. How about this, dude? I mean, just another example that came into my mind about the CIA. So 6 CIA plants in a 7-man group. One kid from MIT who's a bit radical during the 9/11 attempts.
The Ash experiment you're talking about.
But it is that. I mean, like it totally is. It's closer to that than anything else. But Adrian, what I'm saying is that all those other people weren't just regular people that were put up to it. They fucking worked for the CIA. So the CIA does get involved in some shady acts, whether they're good or bad, or for better or worse. I'm just saying.
Every example you've given me so far, the CIA had some sort of goal.
Well, I mean, but this is after the fact. I mean, it's only been a couple of years. Maybe someone smarter than you and I will figure out what their goal of this was, if that's even true. If that's even true.
I'm just saying,
it's probably not true.
It's
probably not. But it's fun.
In my mind, like all of these crazy conspiracies going in every direction, from CIA related shit to, there's a satanic death cult in Hollywood made up of all the elites, and they torture young children to harvest the adrenochrome to stay young. Like,
yeah, that's a stretch.
None of that stuff is true. Do I think that there's maybe like a semi-exclusive group of Hollywood elites that traffic children and diddle kids? Yeah, I do think that that's the thing, and I think it's because of the reasons I laid out earlier. They have money, they have influence,
weirdos.
they have power, they're fucking bored.
Yeah.
And that's how they get their sick, twisted kicks now.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So, I typically I go for the simplest, easy explanation, because the majority of the time, not always, but most of the time, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. You don't think that the Epstein thing is kind of an exception?
Not particularly. Because
it seems like a pretty big fucking deal.
Because, again, most of the time, that's not the case. Until I see direct evidence that says, okay, yeah, the CIA had direct involvement in Epstein, and they're using him to monitor these people for this reason. Then I'll be like, okay, that's the exception.
Exactly. So
I have yet to see that.
Prince Andrews is on here. That's wild.
Again, we can put that back to lots of power, lots of influence, lots of money, got fucking bored.
Or it's an easy cover up.
These people are so detached from reality.
But what if that's the cover up? I mean, look, I know what you're saying, but you're just like, because what I'm saying is I see what you're saying, but you're not saying that you even.
No, I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I just don't believe it.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But I'm just saying, there's it could be. It could be. What the fuck? How you don't know? I don't know. All I'm saying is it could be.
I'm saying 99% chance it's not.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. 99% chance he's just a fucked up individual.
Yeah, that's pretty true too. Because poor people do the same shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But these people have the money and the influence and the power to be able to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, and I think and maybe that applies to the people for sure. The people that were on that list, and again, not all of them, because in my theory, I think they're all just kind of there to hang out. And then there's a couple of them, and then there's a couple of them. Well, there's I can't imagine that the secret wouldn't get out if it was that blatant. How could it have gone on for so long? But if there was just a few people that went away from the
money.
He didn't have that much money. How much money did Epstein have? He didn't have that much money, right? He was just he's a financial guy. Again, if he made that much money, dude, people pay attention to people who make money that much money.
Million.
Dude, that ain't even that much.
560 million.
Nicki Minaj has got that.
In liquid assets. I bet you he had a lot more money in different assets.
That's
Bill
just
Clinton.
his net worth.
One of those things on Wikipedia said that he cut taxes for whatever company he was working for by 90% by moving their assets to the U.S. Virgin Islands. He has money elsewhere.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because this isn't calculating what he has. Yeah.
I doubt that's his total value. That's what we have, documents on.
We can prove. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. But
besides, it's not just his hush money.
Yeah.
It's all his clientele's hush money.
Yeah.
You're telling me Bill Clinton can't afford to pay some hush money?
Yeah, he probably can.
This is a rich man.
Damn, what
with
about
rich
his
clients.
security detail? Wouldn't they have to go? Think they would just let him go? They probably paid him. Fuck, you're right. Fuck. Damn it. Yeah. All right. Well, again, if the CIA has nothing to do with it,
Kid
I really
diddlers
don't
come
care.
from all walks of life, but the rich people have a higher success rate.
Yeah, whether the CIA did or did not have anything to do with it,
I'm not even.
I'm
not really
banking. I'm not banking on it. And to me, really, that's not even the point. The point is what he did was wrong. You know what I mean?
But if it comes out in 30 years that the CIA was involved and they were using him to keep track on a bunch of powerful people from across the world, then I will go, yep, that was the exception.
Yeah.
Just
that was the. But again, I'm just saying, hear me out, because it's not I'm not just being hey, there's an exception. What if it, what if? I'm like, there's a track record here. That's all I'm going off of. Like, I wouldn't have come up with that idea if there wasn't a fucking track record of the CIA.
Okay, so with the
doing
number
shady shit.
of the number
List
of
of
crazy
CIA
things, the number of crazy things the CIA has been involved with versus the number of crazy things that have just happened that they had no involvement with. What's that ratio look?
I love the verse was 9/11. Jesus Christ.
Security failures.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we're going fast.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just scrolling because it's
Yeah,
a lot.
it's okay.
I mean, every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
thing is a new thing. Human rights concerns. Look how big this section is. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, it said
Recruitment
list.
of
Where the hell is
Nazis.
this list?
Well, I mean, NASA recruited Nazis.
Oh, yeah, the
drug
Iran
trafficking. See,
Contra.
this is like the drug trafficking thing.
Yeah,
kind of lends
dude.
itself towards.
Operation Fast and Furious. That went well.
Yeah.
Was that CIA or was that just the Obama administration? But yeah, no. The CIA's record is far from
They even
good.
edited Wikipedia.
But I want you to look at the number of crazy things the CIA has done and the number
Dick
of
Cheney's
crazy
in there.
things that have just happened, and tell me
There's
what
no
that ratio
possible
is.
way I could search that.
No, you can't.
Literally no way.
But I can guarantee the ratio is going to be like 99.99% to 1.
Yeah, but that's like saying like, well, compare to gold bars to how many dollars there are in circulation. It's like, well, yeah, that's because
but
that's
you're
what the
saying that
facts
this
are.
Epstein thing is a gold bar, and then every crazy thing that's ever happened is a dollar bill.
No. I'm saying that there's a lot of gold bars out there that we can prove like on this list.
Yeah, and a lot more
That's all.
dollar bills.
Yeah, and there's a lot more dollar bills. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is that
That's-
yes, statistically speaking, that there's way more opportunities for there to be bad people that just happened. Yes, you're right. That's more. There are more probabilities. If you want to go off just probabilities, and you don't want to look at like the situation and go like, man,
Probabilities is a great way to predict the outcome of the world.
I don't think so. Like when we're talking about like just like the celebrity aspect, he feels like he would be. Let's just agree to disagree, and we'll just. But can we agree that if the CIA was planning for a target to use someone as a patsy, that Epstein at least didn't come across someone's desk, be like, hey, we could get this guy off a couple charges. He would be forced to work with us. What do you
Sure,
think?
it's a possibility.
And he was like, nah, he's a loser.
It's a
And
possibility.
then they just missed.
I also think it's an incredible risk. He was already unstable and under a bunch of scrutiny.
For what?
He already had, allegations of shit against him.
Well, you didn't say when that came across the CIA's desk.
Neither
You're
did
saying
you.
Adrian. You're using that against me, and to say that there was no you're using an arbitrary time. What I'm saying is, like, if he was rich and he was powerful, before any allegations, they were like, "Hey,
I don't
this
know
guy's
enough
in
about
trouble."
Epstein's history.
Yeah, me neither. But I
to
mean,
know
there's,
that.
but you can see that there's a path there.
There could be.
Yeah.
But
That's
again,
all.
until I see definitive proof of that.
Yeah, it's okay to say that there could be. That's all we needed.
I've been saying that. I said I don't believe it.
You're saying it's pretty low.
Yes.
It's like
I'm not saying it
90-10.
didn't
It's like
happen.
90-10. You're going 99-1. That's rough. It's a rough ratio.
It's only 9% different.
Yeah, fair. It makes me feel better.
Well,
Did we ever find that list of people?
Not
No.
a definitive one that I find to be useful.
We'd have
for
to sit here and sift
conversation,
through
yeah.
a bunch of shit to see if it's a contact list. What does that mean? Is it just
Yeah.
who was in his phone?
We would just be coming off half cocked with whatever
Yeah.
list I find, and that's just not fair.
All I know is if you're on that list, I'd hate to be you.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Kimmel's on that list, and the way he
Whoa.
went
Don't-
about the
don't
whole
be
thing.
saying that because he
I
could
think
sue.
I said I think
He might sue.
for what?
Well, he was threatening to sue the one guy.
Yeah, that's fine. He threatened him. Nobody got sued. I'm just allegedly Jimmy Kimmel's name came up on that list, and if my name were to come up on a list, I would not have handled it in the manner of which that he did, because he came off real hot
I thought
and
he
heated.
wasn't on that list.
I don't know if he is
I
or
thought
isn't.
I read somewhere that, like when the flight logs got released, he was not on that list.
If that's the case, then
I mean,
his reaction is twice as bad.
No, I would be reacting pretty,
I would
viscerally.
react at all. If it's a bullshit list, then it's a bullshit list. I'd be like, ha ha. Like, that's
We're in the world where, like, if someone of any kind of influence puts something out there, it's out there. And
the more you poke at it and like the nail that sticks up gets hammered. You're gonna sit there and make a big stink about it. It's gonna come down twice as bad. Let me phrase it a different
way here. Let's go back to well, let's just use Donald Trump because like that's the only example that like where I saw plenty of examples that where like
getting sued.
Yeah, we're getting sued. Where the media ran something wrong. An entity of influence ran something wrong. It came out that it was wrong. And they didn't retract it, or they did like a really small retraction, but everyone now believes what they ran the first time.
Yeah.
So if you have someone saying you were on Epstein's list and they are a person of influence, it's now out there.
Yes.
Even if it comes out it's fake, half the people aren't going to look into it. They're going to be like, "Oh, you're on the list," and you're going to get harassed. You're going to have death threats and all the other shit that comes with that. So yeah, if someone was like, "You're on Epstein's list," and I know for a fact
how come he's the only one? Out of the hundreds of names listed, no other person was like, "Whoa, pump the brakes."
How many other people were getting called out in a high profile like that?
Every single one of them. The list is the highest of profiles.
No. The people who were actually on the list, I'd be keeping my mouth shut.
That's what I'm saying.
Jimmy Kimmel, I'm saying I don't think was on the list. So when he got called out as being on the list by some guy,
he was like,
I'd be like, "No, hold the fuck up! I am not on that fucking list."
Yeah.
I would just, I don't know. I'm not there. I get it.
You'd be
but
dealing with people saying that you were.
Yeah, if you don't,
I just feel like the more I draw attention to it, the more it looks shady. And the way that he went about it, where I'm coming from right now, he went out about it. It looks 10 times shadier from my perspective. So I know I'm not the only one with that exact same thought. Yeah. I know other people saw him coming out about it, and if he didn't say anything, I wouldn't be thinking about it at all.
How many people have read the list? We didn't even read the
list. I know, but I've read some names, and I don't think any of it's true until they start going like, whoa, I'm sure as fuck wasn't me, couldn't be me. That's a little shady looking. Yeah. Look, you can go all day, and then without saying anything, the second you look your friend in the eye and say, "Whoa, dude, I don't fuck dogs," that guy now thinks you fuck dogs.
There's a difference between you just sitting there going, "I don't fuck dogs," and someone going, "Yo, you're a dog fucker," and you go, "Whoa, I don't fuck dogs." That's completely different.
I guess. But I mean,
I guess it's one of those things.
I'm not going to go out of my way to if a person randomly today commented on a social media thing of mine and said this guy's a dog fucker, I wouldn't entertain that for shit.
Okay, now what if Cat
that guy
Williams
looks like
said
an
that
idiot
during his interview?
I would not entertain it for shit. Look at the rest of the stuff Cat Williams said. What happened after Cat Williams said anything?
Is
Nothing.
A bad example.
But it's one of those things.
That's high profile. That's like the biggest thing in the news right now.
You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
That's what
if you say something,
that I agree with.
You're convicting yourself. If you don't say anything, it's like, well, he didn't say anything because he's guilty.
Exactly. You know? So I agree with that. And I'm more on the damned.
It's a difficult
position. I'd rather damned if you don't.
I would rather
it's less
say my piece, and then if the list comes out, I can point to
anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Anything I don't say can be held against me. I'd rather at least stand up for myself.
Yeah. I won't incriminate myself by saying anything additional to them what they've said.
Yeah,
because then
God forbid, coming off is like looking guilty.
I mean, let me see what.
Look, all I'm saying is if somebody came out and said to me, someone credible came out and said to me, "You're a pedophile," I'd sit there and go, "No, the fuck, I'm not."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
I would be indignant about it too.
Pretty straightforward.
I mean, typos don't help, but.
Just the way. I mean, look at the way you went.
He said it like a dick.
Asshole.
Like he didn't go about it the right way, but I wouldn't sit there and say nothing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he didn't say anything other than I'll pop some sort of bottle when Epstein or Kimmel's name is on there. He didn't say he's on the list. He just said I'll pop a bottle.
I'm pretty sure.
So his rebuttal to this small comment.
I'm pretty sure he directly mentioned Jimmy Kimmel though. Like,
well, I forget what he said. Yeah, let me look up the Aaron Rodgers.
You could just play the audio from that clip right there. That's the clip.
Oh, this is good. Go ahead. Keep going.
Go back to the beginning.
Yeah. See?
There's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, hoping it doesn't come out. That is as direct as it gets without outright saying it.
Yeah, no, I would say that's a little bit of that's definitely a jab. It's a jab
for sure.
I wouldn't have gone off the handle like that.
That's what I'm saying. The rebuttal was so unnecessary.
But I would be like, bro, I'm not
seemed
on that list.
shady.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Yeah, but
that would not have required what you were saying earlier, where somebody came at my family or whatever and said these things about me. He didn't. He just said he could be on there in a podcast.
No, that was not a he could be on there.
I mean,
was Jimmy Kimmel hopes that list doesn't
it was
come out.
literally in passing. It was a in passing joke that was not. He didn't hold any weight. He didn't say his name multiple times. He just said one person in particular. To me, that's not.
It wasn't like he was on there saying
it's not as defamatory as it could be. That doesn't require legal intervention.
And I wouldn't have done that reaction.
And that doesn't require that intervention.
Sat there and said nothing. Like,
I would have let that go. If that was the case, I would have just been like, this fucker's just on some random podcast talking smack.
Here's the thing. If Jimmy Kimmel heard about it because he's a celebrity, if he heard about it, it's already gone viral. It's out there and it's spreading. I
don't disagree with that.
By the time he heard that, I can guarantee it's already like, I'm using this term loosely, but this is news already.
Yeah.
So at that point, like, yeah, it's gone far enough that warrants a response, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not that response.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, he could have just been like, hey, not worried at all because I'm not on the list.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I would have responded something like that.
Thanks, Aaron Rodgers. Like, whatever. Yeah. But
so
that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are both like kind of saying the same thing, and I feel like this is what it must have felt like when you and I were talking about conspiracies a minute ago. So I hope
I'm in an argumentative mood today.
Yeah, well, I like it. I mean, I mean, it's good because I mean, just like that, like I was able to like see each side, and like I don't know, it was pretty entertaining for me. I liked it. That's good. Because I mean, like you guys know.
You contradict me again. You're walking home.
Yeah, I mean, there's really like. Both of those is like is a nuanced perspective for sure, but either way, like it's one of those things where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But like in your case, I know what you're saying, where you're like, dude, I'm not gonna like not say something and like let that be the record, you know, because like all there is his word against me being silent, like what when like because then it's like how.
And I get what Fluff is saying. I think it's like the Streisand effect. Where you try to like tell people to not pay attention to something that just draws more attention to them.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
But for like a direct,
I mean, the more you interact with it, the more it looks shady, in my opinion.
But you're so right, dude. Like the way that he like
the way he went about it was too much.
Shady.
Yeah.
I would have responded.
What was the actual tweet?
That was
hey asshole.
Yeah. So that was the one I had pulled up earlier.
Yeah, dear asshole.
I think we need a. Oh, he didn't.
He said that his family was in danger or something.
This is actually clever.
Small quote.
He didn't misspell asshole. He didn't
because it's Aaron.
That's clever. That's pretty good.
For the record, I've not met,
that is clever.
Visited
clever.
or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. No, I do agree with that because everything associated with Epstein is absolute fucking poison.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's so much of it. Why even bother putting your hat in the ring?
He didn't. No, Aaron Rodgers put his hat in the ring.
He's not the only person to name a random celebrity that's not on that list. And how many other extreme explosions have you seen? Like, all right, extreme explosion's a bit of an exaggeration, but again, I've not seen. I know that there are other people that everybody's expecting to be on this list.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a certain celebrity that they think's a weirdo to be on this list. I guarantee they've all said it in some capacity with some varying degrees of platform, ability or height.
Again, if for Jimmy Kimmel to have seen it, I imagine it's already gone viral. This has already caught traction.
I'm sure
this
there's
is already
more of
becoming
these.
a problem.
This is just the biggest one, but there's definitely more of these, and nobody's acting that way. Everybody's just like, okay.
But yeah, or like you said, they're just not saying anything.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I know my list is on, like my name's on that list, like
or not.
Cameron Diaz.
If I know
Cameron
my
Diaz.
name's on that list, I'm
actually
not.
Like, we keep saying names. I'm like, we don't have this fucking list. We should probably just stop talking about it.
Yeah,
because we're not going to accuse of any more other people. But from that arbitrary list that we saw of people,
you're not going to accuse anyone else. I'm looking at you, Tom.
But
Hanks.
also, it's yeah. But also, like, dude, like, what? Who's? I mean, I guess it would be like our government putting out the list, right?
It's the court.
Yeah, the court.
It's being unsealed.
Okay.
How does that work?
How
What is the case with that anyway?
Dude, because
Like,
I don't believe anything anymore. Because like nowadays, like I mean, that list comes out, and then like by the time like it actually gets shown, like I'm not saying like they would like mess it up, but I'm just saying like by the time like I'm looking at the list, like we're just trying to find like a website that we were trying to trust. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't trust a single one of those websites because like, well, we just don't know where to go. We don't know where to go go somewhere and be like, okay, I'm actually looking at the list and not looking at a list that like someone who works for someone who works for somebody who is on that list. And they're like, yo, scrub my name off that list and repost it, and then repost it everywhere. And like now we've been spreading around fake lists.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's
like, maybe
I think part of the issue is a
and
lot
so, like,
of this
now
is
it's
like so much.
who has the real list?
Yeah, who's got the real stuff?
Well, unless you know how to parse court documents.
Yeah.
I'm not fluent in legalese.
Yeah, no, me either. How do you get fluent in legalese?
You become a lawyer.
Law school.
Learn stenography.
Pass the bar
Yeah.
exam.
Damn. All right. What else in like the news we missed? I know we're cruising on a long one, but what else did we miss?
I don't know. News?
What's been missing in the news?
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has ended his bid for the GOP presidential nomination. So that's Vivek Ramaswamy who has fallen out,
Yeah,
and
he's dropped.
now Ron DeSantis. Is Nikki Haley still going?
And we got the Iowa caucus.
Oh, yeah.
That's already
happened.
done.
Yeah.
We already,
Did
so
Trump
far,
win that?
Yeah, Trump
Yeah.
won the Iowa caucus.
I thought I heard that.
I think it's 20 delegates. I don't think it was the full 40.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not this is just for the Republican primary.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, I texted you. I was kind of bummed to like not see any like MLK Day posts from any of our presidential candidates except for Sleepy Joe. Which, bro, that comment section is just.
I didn't find. I meant to go
fucking
look into
hilarious.
that, but I was
But
busy at work.
It was RFK Jr. and Joe Biden were the only ones that like
Is
because everybody
RFK
else was at the
running?
fucking caucus.
Is RFK running as a Democrat?
Independent.
Oh, he's running as an independent.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate to say it, but he's got no chance if he's running as an
I know.
independent.
It's because people have such loyalty to their parties. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, look. I mean, just if you're just like want to like just scroll through his Instagram and just listen to what he's saying. I mean, for like, I mean, you don't have to believe him or whatever, but like just listen to what he's saying. Like no one else is saying anything, especially like the Vic Ramaswamy. Vivek. Yeah, sorry.
Ramaswamy.
Shout out, bro. You know, dude, he did. I mean, how he lost my vote was as soon as I saw him talking politics with Jake Paul, I was like, bro, my president is a potential president is getting advice, is having a talking shop with Jake Paul.
He's
Love
just
Jake Paul.
trying to-
Love Jake Paul.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, great. I mean, why not? I mean,
he's
like,
an asshole.
says you don't know him. I mean, look,
His persona is definitely that of an asshole.
I think that it's also very difficult to like have gone through boxing and stuff like that and like be this like kind of powerhouse. Like, dude, Justin Bieber went through the same thing. No real, you know. But either way, like, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Jake Paul, but what I am saying, he's not a politician. He knows nothing about politics. Okay, he's like barely old enough to probably. I mean, he's not paying any of his own bills. You know, like he's got the money, but like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have like that.
But no, I feel
Doesn't
like
have that grassroots like politician that like you want him to be talking to and like have something to say. And like
feel
even
like
if Jake
Vivek-
Paul has great points, he may have had great points, but like you just can't have that powwow by itself.
To advocate devilishly,
Yeah.
Trump was also big friends with Lil Pump and Kanye West and had brought them both on to speak politically.
he
so to
also was
speak.
not a politician.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I'm also not speaking on behalf of Trump either. I'm not not pro anybody for sure. That's for damn sure. But
Anarchy.
well, definitely
Lil
not
Pump
that.
at the rally though. That was something.
Yeah,
that was an
definitely not
interesting portion
But,
of
I
our
mean,
life.
That
like,
happened.
Yeah, that did happen. He was up there.
yeah. I didn't see that. I know that like they were
I
like
got
cool.
it.
I've seen
Don't
like
you
like pictures of them.
It's funny.
And I
It's
feel
a
like
funny
and like
picture.
just like some videos of like them like moving like just no like
Oh, wait.
no talking, but
No, but I feel like Vivek is talking to Logan Paul just to get the young vote.
Yeah.
yeah,
sure.
but
All it
I mean
is.
but that dude like if
Lil
you
Pimp.
oh I did see this, but was Little Pump literally like
Little Pimp. I think he brings him up to talk.
Yeah. Here. Yeah.
Okay, but this is different. This is no, it is it's completely different. It's
that's where I'm
this is actually completely different. Like, what
advocating
you're doing is
devilishly.
you're bringing up a celebrity. Like this is just pandering to the crowd that you're looking for.
Which is what Logan Paul would be.
No, dude,
You
an
don't think so?
an hour. They went live on Facebook for an hour or Instagram, and they were
he's
talking
to the youth. He's doing
talking
youth
politics.
outreach.
I mean, they didn't do like an hour where like he was like, this is what I believe, and like now like Jake Paul is influencing our new possible presidential candidate.
I don't think he is.
Well,
Like
he's
Jake
out.
Paul's
he's out
influencing our candidate. I think he was just kind of there.
I mean,
as like
influencing
a,
can be a vague word. You know what I mean? We have some arbitrary, what is influencing, but like, and like again, like not that they can't be friends, and that's fine, and they would talk normally, but like you have brought him on to just speak together for an hour, and it's like. Okay, like the Iowa caucus was yesterday, and now it's Jake Paul.
I'm not the biggest fan of Jake Paul, but I really don't see a problem with this.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
What were we? What is it? Who was there with him?
So like
Vivek.
if there was anyone else that he would be spending an hour over Zoom talking to, who do you
Ramaswamy.
think that should have been? Do you think like on your list of people that you would want to see a presidential candidate talk to, where do you think Jake Paul is on your list?
Very low, but again, I don't see an issue with it.
Okay, but if you were fighting for your position to even be the elect to run for president,
I mean, that's pretty cringy, but
What was the literal first thing it was saying? How more politicians don't connect with the younger generation with social media posts.
yeah, this is literally just to connect to the younger voter. That's all he's doing. He's fishing for the younger voters.
Fair enough.
And honestly, I don't see an issue with that.
I lost it. I'm done. I mean, look, like
You are
guys,
an old man yelling at clouds.
I am. I'm an old man yelling at clouds, dude. This is exactly. I like Vivek not talking. That's fine.
Hey, most obvi plant ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I mean, I guess maybe I'm just an old man yelling at clouds. But like as soon as I saw that, I'm lost. Like I just don't see like there being a benefit of that, you know. And like, look, if you are like a president and you are like friends with these people and talking to them for hours on end, that's awesome. That's great. While you're running for president, please do not go live on the middle of the Iowa caucus to be like, Jake Paul, let's talk politics, brother. It's like, no, dude. Fucking call somebody from Iowa and have a fucking hour-long... I mean, the guy valeting. Call him. That would be a better hour-long podcast or like video conference.
While I agree, I still just don't see it as being egregious to talk to someone who is influential amongst the younger crowd.
You don't see it that way. That's fine. Well, all I'm saying is that like if you had to make that decision...
I agree that it would be better to talk to the average people.
Isn't it so there's only a few times we get to like really look into the lives of these people that we are electing, and you never get the truth, right? They're always lying. They're politicians, right? And so like there's a couple of these little instances where like they're just kind of being themselves, and a little bit of that happens because they just want it. And here's Jake Paul, and like, dude, I would love to talk to Jake Paul for an hour. We're not going to sit here and talk about politics. I'm like, dude, your boxing career is amazing for somebody who's not a boxer. Like, you groomed yourself into being a boxer.
We have some things that we were talking about that
his
last
exhibition career, you meant to say.
Oh, yes.
Big difference.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But, no, here's how I look at it. Like, yes, I agree with you. I would rather see, like, these politicians talking to just the average person on the street, listening to what their needs are, what their thoughts are, you know, how they feel about the current state of affairs. Yeah, I 100% get that, and I would prefer to see that. Thing is, I'm not seeing much of that from any of these candidates, so I don't see Vivek, and like you said, it doesn't matter, he's dropped out. Yeah. But Vivek talking to Jake Paul as a disqualifier because he's talking to someone who is very influential amongst the younger generation. It's just a way to
I just hate the times.
Yeah, it's just a way to reach out to younger people who, if they're not voting now, they're going to be voting soon.
I'm an old man yelling at clouds.
You're an old man yelling at clouds. I'm sorry.
Damn it. You guys had to tell me now. That's fine.
Figure I'd tell you now before you let it get too far.
Yeah, we'll just do it on a podcast. Thanks. This is it. I'm old.
No, I don't see that as being like a
frick.
And I really don't like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, if I talk to him in person, maybe it'd be different.
Yeah.
I don't know him as a person, so let's not be
Well,
too on the surface.
Disqualifier in what way, though?
Oh well, like he said, he was like, I saw him talk to Jake Paul, lost my vote. Like any chance of me voting for him.
I may have already
To a
been on the. I may have
degree.
already been on the fence a little bit.
Only
but
from what's the reasoning for that though?
So
because
I was
my
on-
reasoning would be like if personally, I don't like the Paul brothers,
yeah.
but so if I saw somebody supporting them, I wouldn't be interested in them any longer because I don't stand for what the Paul brothers stand for or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want a guy who doesn't share my views or my values, so to speak.
Right.
So that would be why I wouldn't be
Yeah.
interested any longer
Yeah.
in Vivek, so to speak, is like you're pandering.
Yeah.
You're pandering to a group.
They
like,
all pander.
I know,
Okay.
but this is such an obvious, egregious pander that I...
Yes.
Have you heard a politician talk? All that comes out of their
Yeah,
mouth is
it's
pander.
all, and that's why I don't like politicians.
right.
It doesn't
So-
take a lot. And that's my additional reason for not liking that individual politician. It's just the same way as if any politician that I did really, really enjoy goes and does a seminar at something that I wholly stand against. I'm sorry, I'm no longer interested in that politician or anything that they have to offer me, so to speak. Their values don't align with mine the way I thought they did.
Right.
Now, I don't need a 100%. I don't want a politician up there to be me because I understand that everything that I care about is
Exactly.
not better for everybody.
Exactly.
However, there are certain things that, I stand on business. So, like, whatever I...
there's
there
a
are
few
certain
things that you just can't let
thresholds
go.
that I... Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Certain thresholds
So,
to meet.
are you saying that just the fact that he had an interview with Paul or Logan Paul?
No, not necessarily. It's if he's like sitting there
I need
now
to see
supporting Prime, he's now.
I need to hear the
yes.
context. Or not
I
context, but
do
the content
understand
that
a
come out.
bit of reaching that younger audience. You do need to do things of that nature to go on to Impulsive. I mean, his audience is a massive, massive audience of in the next couple years. Like, he dropped out. So in the next 4 years, he may run again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then by that time, these 14-year-olds are now 18-year-olds of voting age. It is like maybe he's playing the long game, so to speak. I get that. But yeah, if he started touting anything that the Pauls are about, I get it.
What was that, Crypto Zoo or whatever?
Yeah, I get using their platform as a way to reach
As
an
outreach.
audience that you're not reaching. I
Yeah.
get that.
Because, like, for all you know, you could listen to the actual interview and, like, Logan Paul says something you don't agree with, and Vivek shuts
Stops
it down.
him. Yeah, exactly. That's
So,
something cool, but
it
so
would
it's
depend
like
on.
it's a.
I'm
bit
just
of
saying
in
it's not an
between.
automatic disqualifier. for me.
No, not necessarily. Unless he, like I said, immediately was on there.
Drink Prime.
Exactly.
So
and then
the way-
in his life, he's now promoting Prime outside of what their podcast was.
Well, the way that I saw it was like just like you were saying, like where like what doesn't align for me, it's not even like it could have been a number of people. The problem is that like I see someone who's not prioritizing their time correctly. I see someone who's in the middle of the fight for being
Did he release this like in the middle of the Iowa caucus?
a couple days ago.
Well-
I think it was like a day before the Iowa caucus. So like regardless.
I would say he
And,
missed
like,
the mark
maybe he
because
thinks-
there's no voters watching the Paul broadcast necessarily.
Yeah.
Like there are, but his main
This is-
majority is non-voting age individuals. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a strange move. I'll give you that, to go in at this time in where they're at with people who aren't really of voting age. So it's
Dude,
like,
anybody who's a fan of Jake Paul is probably our age.
I don't know.
I
I
think
feel
they're
like it's a
14.
lot.
If they're
I've
if
never
they're
seen
14,
a 30-year-old
yeah.
drinking a Prime. I've never seen a 30-year-old telling
Probably.
me about KSI
Yeah,
and
maybe.
Logan Paul's newest thing. Like it's
Well, even if that's the case,
I
like
think
even if
that's
he
a
may have
Minecraft.
missed the mark, whether or not, either way, it doesn't matter. And like even if he like genuinely thought that like this was actually a good idea, I don't. I think it's a bad
So
idea.
it's a timing thing then.
And-
And if he had done this like 2 weeks before the Iowa caucus, and then after that later
Well-
released a video of him going around Iowa talking to people,
Yeah,
you'd be
dude.
fine with that.
Yikes.
Yes,
their content is
absolutely.
aimed for kids 7 to 12.
Yeah. So,
That's
So
from
that's what
2018. That's a little outdated.
Oh, okay, but
Well, that was
mean-
before Logan Paul became like a boxer and whatnot.
Okay.
And started his podcast,
well, I mean,
right?
that's what I'm saying too. Like, even if they are like my age,
his boxing stuff
I
is
feel
different.
like-
I will give you that.
like just because like you're friends with Jake Paul and like Jake Paul agrees with things that you say, I'm not. I mean, again, I could be just an old man yelling at clouds, But
18 to 24.
Like, for me, like that doesn't make any sense. And I see somebody who's like not prioritizing their time when like there's a real like larger picture here. There's not like hey, let's just spend an hour like.
What
talking
about
to
all
Jake
the other
Paul.
times that he's spent talking to, like, people and like addressing, trying to rally a
Dude,
voter
all
base and
I'm saying is like all you have to do is just shake Jake Paul's hand, do a dumb TikTok, and like whatever. You don't have to
I agree
do.
with that.
You don't have to do 1 hour
Yeah.
on live of
He is
him.
talking on the wrong platform.
But not even the wrong platform, the wrong person, dude.
Yeah.
He's not. He has nothing to do with politics. And even if like it's just Vivek saying the things that he likes, and Jake Paul just like being his like
He's just the
his hype
muse.
man.
He's just the guy there.
And like maybe
to-
it is the views and all that, but that is a cheap ploy. And just like you were saying with like is like that's politicians. That's what everybody does. I mean, like find me someone that's doing that, that's not doing that. And right now, what I'm seeing, I'm just gonna go out there and say like probably shouldn't, but RFK Jr. is my man. That's the guy.
He's reaching a good audience.
He's probably not going to win.
Now we're looking at a Trump-Biden smackdown.
Yeah, it's going to be a Trump-Biden smackdown
I'm
for sure.
thinking they're going to drop
But I'm just
Trump or
saying,
Haley.
like at this time, while he's still in the
Trump
mix,
dominated the Iowa caucus.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know. But I
Well,
still think that's the.
I don't think the Republicans have the super voter thing that the Democrats have to.
I don't think this is a Republican decision.
Yeah. Well, so I'm just saying, like he's the only one that's saying like the things that aren't being said. Like no one else is on here, like or like even Vivek was talking about like, oh, like the politicians are all just doing it wrong. Like you guys need me, and that I'm gonna fix this.
That was Trump's whole thing too.
Yeah, and he's just like talking shit on other politicians. Where like RFK's looking at it like, look, duh, it's all trash.
Yep.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're
right,
just.
I need a
I
realist
have
in
a,
there.
I have a plan for you. Here's our plan. This is our housing structure. This is going to be our economic structure. This is going to be the border structure. This is going to be this structure. This is how these things like should look. These are my plans for the first 100 days.
That's how they always
and
start,
like,
but
dude,
never
like
comes.
you just see everybody else just shit talking, and the reason probably is because
Mudslinging.
Trump. It worked for Trump, you know, and like it's just shit slinging. You know, and then like RFK is the only one that actually has this like plan.
Yeah, no,
He just genuinely sounds like he cares.
Or he's the only one actually like putting forward like
Effort.
Yeah.
no, like this is my plan. Like he's the only one who's using that as his
Yeah, I'll call that effort. This campaign.
advertising point. Is just like here's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
If
And
I get elected.
I think that's better than like just.
Oh, it's
talking
better than
shit.
mudslinging.
Yeah.
For sure. But that is a different problem. That's like, okay, I prefer RFK's platform versus originally what I'd said is I just don't think talking to Logan Paul should be like an immediate disqualifier for like consideration. But again, doesn't matter. He's dropped out, and unfortunately, RFK running as an independent basically guarantees he's not getting anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Which sucks. But
it sucks.
Because
it's two-party
it's not
system,
even
bro.
it's not even just that like man, I really want RFK to win. It's just like two-party system kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's
No,
better than one
definitely.
party.
Yeah.
By far, but
Yeah, and now I don't know if he would like because he's already announced as an independent. I don't know if like how it would look if he like.
He's running independent.
Yeah,
that's
what he's saying.
It's basically a
Right in the
guarantee
foot,
he's
yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Like, so here, enjoy your 1-2% of the vote.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and he hasn't. I forget what it is. Like, I think it's because he's running for a new party or something like that. Like he doesn't. There's no money, so like he's got to like run this
His funding
campaign
is
to get
himself,
funding. Yeah. To like be able to
Himself
just
and
pay.
whatever donations he can drum up.
Yeah, he has to
Donos,
pay his
baby.
way into like the election.
Well, it's
But
simply
the other guys, they don't.
a matter of advertisement. Like you have all of these.
But how does that work? Like I'm just not very good with it. But like because like Joe's already in and Trump already ran. I forget
what?
like there's something going on where like there's like a barrier to entry, but like once you get in, like you kind of had like Bernie had the same issue. Like if you've never like I forget what it was. I'm killing this.
I mean, as far as
I'm an idiot.
like the general election goes,
Yeah.
it's simple. It's simply I guess you have to secure a party nomination from like an official registered party.
Yeah, but it's financially.
It's not just finances have a big impact, but it's simply like how much can you advertise?
Yeah.
Like if you can afford to advertise in every county, because every county has like distinct commercials, in every state, on every network, as a Republican or a Democrat, if you have their endorsement, like you are their official candidate, they got money to throw at all of these news stations. And then they have the money to pay for like the prime spots for the commercials where there's the most viewing.
Yeah.
But if you're running independent and you've got like a couple $100,000 max, can you afford to pay every single station for a prime spot for an advertisement every day for months?
Well, dude, podcasts have definitely changed the game. And I think like RFK is like the only one. I guess, well, Vivek went on Impulsive, right?
But you're the one who's talking about that.
No, that was they were just on their like webcams or something, just live or webcams.
I don't know. I haven't followed much of Vivek or anything like that, but well, there you go. I mean, that's a free online platform that gets thousands to millions of views.
Yeah, and people would love to.
Has it been?
Yeah, but people would love that. So.
So yeah, I mean, like maybe sometime soon in the future we'll come to a point where like online presence will be good enough that anyone who can get a popular following from their ideals and values can have a legitimate stab at it, and they won't need the money for the advertising for all that.
Does it cost money to like? Because I know what you're saying. Obviously, like there's like the actual financial like barrier. How much does it cost to be the president?
To run for president?
Yeah. I'm dumb. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. Yeah, we should have
$4.
Yeah.
Public funding? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, but
this is going to be complicated.
Yeah, this is
expensive.
Something I should have already been searching.
Yeah, it'll be difficult, but if you want to try, but yeah, I think that was like all the news that we.
Well,
missed.
I trust our audience, all 12 members of our audience, to be intelligent enough to figure this out for themselves.
Dude, well, real quick, we'll just end on this, dude. I heard Trump say that he was going to abolish income tax if he became president.
Yeah, I saw like a little headline of that. Didn't click on it. Was really confused.
That's how you drum
locked out by a paywall.
That's how you drum up votes, bruh.
Yeah, but I saw the headline before it blocked us out. It was how much does it cost to run for president?
Millions.
Surprisingly little. How much does it cost to
win?
win?
To win, yeah, is in the hundreds of millions.
So you're right. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, I think we've talked about enough. We're going on 3 hours again. How did we do that? Like, how did we get here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think 3 hours is good, honestly. I mean, I don't care.
Hopefully, editing will be streamlined this time.
Yeah, you can pause these kind of things.
Congressional races are 8.9 million. Is that billion? Oh my God, I think that's billion.
It's billion.
Well, that's for every congressional member.
Yeah. And then the total cost
presidential
of the
race for 2020, $5 billion.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your answer.
15 billion for 2020.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably
racket. Why?
That's probably between both parties. So that's the
I would
money.
imagine this is it's total cost.
Yeah. Still, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah,
My
and like,
God,
dude, no matter like where you stand, I just want to like
billion.
end on this like quick fun fact. Like RFK Jr. has like spent his entire career. Obviously, a lot of things worked out well for him as being like kind of wealthy, but spent his whole career just as an environmentalist, cleaning up the Hudson River, and like I mean, really like left a gigantic mark in that industry, and it's the cleanest, like I think the cleanest river in any major city in the United States. It's amazing. Then goes on to be an environmental lawyer. So like now he's like suing people who are damaging all of his life's work. And then from there, like he was like, people were like, hey, you should run for president. Like the world needs someone new, you know? And like this is that person that we always talk about who like just has a career, not a career politician, just has a career and like leaves to go like, it's my duty to be in Congress or to go do this.
Funny enough, you could say Trump did that too.
Yeah, and I would say like, yeah, sure, Trump did that too, you know?
But another random little fun fact, which president do you think started the EPA?
Clinton.
I don't know.
I'm going.
Pretty sure it was Nixon.
Ooh,
weird, huh?
That is weird.
Maybe we should Google that just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's Nixon.
Let's see, which president founded the EPA?
EPA.
The EPA.
Nixon.
Yep.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And with that landed fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
Yeah, he's not famous for that.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Much love.